ciencia.
Whoa, here we go. DJ Rich with a brand new flow. Giving breakfast to you who could have sold. Never know we gon' give them all we got till it's time for us to go. Like whoa, here we go. DJ Rich with a brand new flow. Giving breakfast to you who could have sold. Never know we gon' give them all we got till it's time for us to go. Whoa, here we go. DJ Rich with a brand new flow. Giving breakfast to you who could have sold. Never know we gon' give them all we got till it's time for us to go. Like whoa, here we go. DJ Rich with a brand new flow. Giving breakfast to you who could have sold. Never know we gon' give them all we got till it's time for us to go.
When I lay in, believe that. Ooh, I got the thousand, I need that. Get burning, she old. That big fat, 3 times a week at the gobble, I be at. Cinnamon, leave me alone. Old friend, don't come home. She'll watch me, I'm in the zone. I'ma cook up tomorrow till he take me home. Yeah, willing, I'ma work the pen till the ink starts spilling. With a slave to the flesh, cause I couldn't stop spinning now. Working overtime till he says I'm forgiven. Tomorrow like a drug, I can tell you don't get it. Get high off the pink, then I let Rich hit it. Come before whisper, I need with your brain. 95 or 2, silent, he won't praise, I'ma give it to him. Gotta kiss my breath, let me slow it down. Fall a lot when I started, but I'm stronger now. The Way of Yah built me up when I was feeling down. Now I'm locked in till I hit the last of river sound. Salvation's mine, and I ain't quitting. If it's only one seat left, well, I'm gonna get it. Yeah. Whole world gonna hear, but you can keep my ticket. I've been with you, Hoosha, I'm going somewhere different.
Whoa, here we go. DJ Rich with a brand new flow. Giving breakfast to you who could have sold. Never know we gon' give them all we got till it's time for us to go. Like whoa, here we go. DJ Rich with a brand new flow. Giving breakfast to you who could have sold. Never know we gon' give them all we got till it's time for us to go. Whoa, here we go. DJ Rich with a brand new flow. Giving breakfast to you who could have sold. Never know we gon' give them all we got till it's time for us to go. Like whoa, here we go. DJ Rich with a brand new flow. Giving breakfast to you who could have sold. Never know we gon' give them all we got till it's time for us to go.
Like whoa, get away from sin, gotta go, Joe. It's how fast that I be running when I see the evil coming while I fool moving slow, following the word, that's a no, whoa, show, straight like that, and I'm on the right track, only way I picture myself going backwards in a foe, so, memory lane, I remember some things, kinda crazy, all the thoughts that are in it, in your brain, block all of the thoughts that were dipped in the flame, word hit in my heart, defense is the same. Like Marcus can be, I knew that when Austin grabbed me, it'd be heat in the skillet, and we was gonna kill it like the army when they fought Iraqis. I'm strong like Zangief, Street Fighter got the scars on my hands, see. No boxing, I contend for the promise so I could be adopted, foster family. J Rich got a brand new flow with the same old name. In life there's many ways that a man can go, but I stay with the same old thing. Yo, Hootie, gang.
Whoa, here we go. DJ Rich with a brand new flow. Giving breakfast to you who could have sold. Never know we gon' give them all we got till it's time for us to go. Like whoa, here we go. DJ Rich with a brand new flow. Giving breakfast to you who could have sold. Never know we gon' give them all we got till it's time for us to go. Whoa, here we go. DJ Rich with a brand new flow. Giving breakfast to you who could have sold. Never know we gon' give them all we got till it's time for us to go. Like whoa, here we go. DJ Rich with a brand new flow. Giving breakfast to you who could have sold. Never know we gon' give them all we got till it's time for us to go. Whoa, here we go. Whoa, here we go.
Here. All right, everybody all right? I'm trying to see my comments up here. It's been a while since I heard let's keep it positive. He said, I got you. Right, said, been a while since he said let's keep it positive. Magic hear it all the time. So we going. She can't be doing that just fine. She not him. Lady V sick. Man, what Jessica? Jessica sick now? Didn't we just see Jessica last night? She ran up here hugging me, trying to take me down with her. Carol stay sick. Say we live. Okay, smart. All right, that's good. Giant play it, crew. Hallelujah. Okay. We'll hobby. Hey, I hobby you too, Bill. Definitely appreciate that. Hobby you guys. Hobby everybody out there. Miss everybody. Somehow baboon. Somebody, if you're at home, you got a chimp in your house. Keep away from your laptop. They typing on side. They typing on the. This is for human beings. Isn't that right? We're gonna let them get ready to sign the Kato Sarah. So gotta get ready to talk and move forward. Everybody all right? Yes, sir. Too to be alive. All right. In spite of, yet because of. Isn't that right? Nobody should be mad but Satan. Other than that, I feel all right. He been tubed to me. He'll keep her. He'll heal her. He'll restore her. Isn't that right? He'll protect her. He'll guide. He everything. And people just got to give it to him, though. I would tell you, I wouldn't try it if I wouldn't give it to him. The only way to see him work, see the manifestation of it work, you got to put in his hand and let him do what he do best. And that be Elohim. He can't do nothing better than that. You give it to him. He said, this is what I do. I'm Elohim. Y'all all right? Good. Y'all don't believe? Woo, y'all look half dead. All right, come on, Malcolm. Don't blow your goodie out. Appreciate everybody. All right, we appreciate the Most High again. Y'all all right today? Yes, sir. All right. I know last night we were doing some talking, and we know how it go. It might be continuation end of the day. Don't forget what you came here for. Let me tell y'all, in life, there's disappointments and hurts and other things of that sort, joy and everything else. At the end of the day, you gotta keep your eye on the prize. Sometimes people look at trying to win every one of these battles. At the end of the day, you look at the war. You look at winning the war. At the end of the day, we all warring against, fighting against the flesh. We fighting to obtain the knowledge of the Ruach. At the same time, there's other Ruach entities that are fighting against us, try to keep you from capitalizing on what you know. Even told you one time to see that no man take your crown. That's your responsibility when he give it to you. You can let people and things and circumstances be your controller of how you operate, and you'll find that you not well preserved. I kind of come to grips, people and things can put you out of character at times, but you can't let everything that come push you out of character. It shows a sign of instability. How you make it with Yahuwah is consistency, regardless of situation. A lot of us, everything that we do is dictated by other people. If Leon don't mess with me, I should be fine. If Carrie stop looking at me, I'm gonna be good. I can't allow other people to control my total end of what I'm trying to do. And that's something that you have to sit back and you gotta consider, because you're not stable. Even emotionally, you can't move to every genre that comes along. Emotionally, you need to have some type of stability. When things happen, some rooting, some grounding. That's what the word does for us. But a lot of time, people don't really consider that, and they don't look at that fact. That they just look at, when I'm angry, I lash out. When I'm hurt, I cry. When I'm happy, I laugh. And these are all normal emotions, but you can't let people dictate them for you. You know what I'm saying? That's just being honest. Even when he talked about the season that we're in now, first of all, we learned what seasons were. Let's get our, since we're talking, how about that? Let's go ahead and get this, and then let's see how this goes. I know some of them, he ain't been preaching. Well, it's all, I'm not mad. I mean, at the end of the day, listen, you have to pick for yourself where you at. I've told you guys, You ain't got to believe me, but the end is near. You guys don't believe it. Don't worry about other people. You don't believe it. Because if you believe it, then you'll start making the necessary preparations. That's just the end of the day. Some people won't make the necessary preparations because they simply just don't know. What's your reasoning? You know. What preparations have you really made? You haven't. He gives us warnings. He allows us to know. He gives us odds. All these different things to kind of detail out to let you know. If you honestly seeking, you'll find. If you honestly knocking, the door will be open. But in reality, we're not honest people. We hold other people to honesty, but we in ourselves are not honest when it comes down to our servitude toward Yahuwah. That's the most important thing. My relationship with Yahuwah is not dictated on other people. I don't allow other people to dictate that relationship because people didn't have anything to do with it. That's personal. That's something that's done through years of situations, year embattlement. A lot of things happen to create that relationship. And that's something I try to keep people out of because people tend to come and tear down everything you build. Things you do naturally happen, fall, fail, do well. Those are just all the factors. But with Yahuwah, it just remained the same. So it gives us an understanding. Hanging out in the Granville, I said it gives us that understanding of how, when we're going through, not to allow everything to kind of levy on the relationship with him. People are people. People do what people do. At the end of the day, Yahuwah stay consistent. A lot of times we try to blame Yahuwah or try to find you might not literally let it come out of your mouth, but your actions would demonstrate that you allowed to be a situation where it played on your relationship with him. I can't let people get that wrong. That relationship with him is sacred. That relationship for me, that's the only thing I have that can't be taken away. Now I can surrender it to you, just like Yahushua did with his life. He said, he said, nobody take my life. Okay? He said, I lay it down. Just like with Adam, who took his life? People, but how about how you heard the serpent came in the garden and deceived them? If you think about it, when people say it, they'll say the serpent came in the garden and deceived them. Okay? Adam was not deceived. Adam did what Yahushua told him. Nobody take my life. I laid it down. Y'all got it. He let him know the woman she gave it to me. He didn't say nobody strapped his hands, shot a needle in his arm. He didn't know nothing about intravenous use. He didn't know junkies do this. He just told him, she gave it to me and I ate it. That's what he let him know. That's what I did. So he was a willing participant. You got what I'm saying? So you have to look at your ends and your involvement when you do things sometimes. Are you a willing participant or were you kind of duped into what you're doing? When it comes down to the relationship with Yahushua HaMashiach, the anointed one, there was some deception. There was deception. Hurt, want to get away from things. And those things were a major force to why I sought to want to get my life right with him. And want to get away from those things was a major drive to me wanting to get right. I did not just come to him out of the blue one day and say, you know what? Today is the first day of my life. I'm going to make it the first day of my life. I'm going to get right. No, nothing pressing upon me, nothing urgent. This is something I just decided I want to do. It wasn't. It was because of other situations. So those situations forced me into, I didn't want those situations to come into full bloom. So I wanted to get away by, I want to get right. So it was deception. And with that though, and he allowed it for the sake of, he had to groom me and grow me to getting out of being the person that I was. I think everybody needs to really kind of sit back and look at how you actually came into your relationship. People do it, guys dating girls, they might borrow their friend's car, but eventually she's gonna realize, that ain't your car. Women will do it, it's a hot day, asking, girl, let me borrow your dress, let me borrow their blouse. You might look and see it look nice. And he knows he don't see that blouse no more. What happened to that blouse when I first met you? So, we tend to kind of do things in order to woo people. And that's just life in a sense. I mean, you got flowers. that look appealing to certain insects, and when they get involved, it snatches them. But it's that attraction. Life has that. And even Yahuwah told you that how Shaul being crafted, that's how he caught you with guile. So at the end of the day, it gets you to a point of realizing, examining yourself of where are you in your endeavor. We talk about endeavor, it's just an attempt. In your attempt, where are you in your endeavor? You know, if you used it for a real life-gaining force of obtaining salvation, how well have you done with it? Because I'm going to tell y'all, if you hadn't obtained it, that means you're still in deception. Because what was your purpose of coming? Hello? What was your purpose of coming? To be saved. So you don't have it. So what you been doing all this time? Okay. I'm going to be honest. You have still been deceiving. What have you been doing? You've been deceiving because you didn't do it. You said, I came, I surrendered all, I gave it all to him, I want to make sure I get it right, I want to be right with him, and that's not what you've done. Even over the course of time, you still find yourself unraveling, finally coming to reality with certain things, and not all things, but maybe this one more thing. It's like somebody said, give me everything you got. Well, I know you're going to go in my pocket, so I'm going to give him that. Maybe I just give him what's in my right pocket. They said, nigga, that's everything. Check that pocket. Nigga, you got, you think he got it. He searched that. You got anything else on you? You're trying to be cautious about how you answer. Because I got maybe a ring, a watch he didn't catch, maybe a necklace he didn't see. And he be like, yeah. And he grab your shirt and, you got a chain, you been lying to me, you got something else. And he snatch it from you. And now you realize it's until he strip you all the way down. That's what Yahuwah do with us. I'm not going to take your word either. He got to search us. We grabbed our pocket, we told him that was everything. We said, this is everything. I left everything. Come on, let's be honest. What you say? When you left, you left a place. You never left everything because you brought you. And when you brought you, you still had you holding some things that you never let go of so you'll be complete. That's deceiving. We're learning more about ourselves as the word comes. And as the word comes and we start to learn more about ourselves, it helps us so when we start to go through and we look at the word, we can see where a lot of the defects and faults were with people. And a lot of times when we're looking at people, we forget to kind of sometimes look at ourselves. Ourselves. The person that do us the most hurt in life ain't other people, it's us. Yeah, that's true. So like with Yahushua, he tried to show us that. He didn't look at the other people, he looked at us. He said it wasn't an enemy. He said, did it to me. He said, then I could have hit myself. He said it wasn't even somebody that hated me. He was a man, my equal. It's kind of like a counterpart. You know what a counterpart is? That's a symbol. That's almost to a person that's exact, somebody that's equivalent to. Did y'all know that, a counterpart? Because you hear a counterpart, you think it probably against. A counterpart is somebody that's almost to an equal level. He said that's who the person was that deceived me. But he let him know. He said it was a man, we went into the house, all of him together. He said, and that's who had done it to me. So when you start looking, he allowed us to realize when we looked, and people blame who? Pelotus, Herod, they blame you. Well, very few probably they'll call each other Judas now, but typically they'll look at these people and the people, how the people crucified, how the people spat on them, how the people did it. Who were these people? Hello? When they came to get him, he said, I was with you the whole time. He said, why you never grabbed me before? When I was healing people, why y'all didn't grab me? When I was feeding people, because people were getting what they felt like they wanted out of the situation. When people don't get what they want out of the situation, then things change. That's why Elohim tells you, but he remained the same. It is so important that we do examine ourselves. We do make sure where we're at. I told y'all before, I know y'all ain't got to believe me. The end is near. It's time for all Guin to get ready, because you're going to appear right before him, and you'll give an account for the deeds done in your body. Everybody. You're going to give an account. And when you do, it won't be for anybody else. It'll be for you. Now, what you hadn't ever done, it's time for you to do it, because you'll be seeing him. And when you see him, you won't give an opportunity to try to repent it. When you see him, it'll be time for sentencing. So while we're on this side, we got an opportunity to try to make sure we get it right. I feel good about who I serve. No slack on him. Nothing. Not a slate on him. This is Romans 15 and 14, and we'll talk a little bit. Romans 15 and 14, we use the Beth HaMashiach. Listen.
For whatever Nikatab before.
Whatever was written before.
Nikatab Talamadus.
It was written to teach us, to show us, instruct us.
So that through endurance.
So that through endurance. So let me ask something. Through seeing. You know, we know through the eye. How the eye works. They said that the eye, I think how they talk to get imagery is how the eye takes light and bends it. It's the type of way it takes it and bends the light in order to get shapes and how it works to get color. Very extraordinary that Elohim made us to be able to do something like that. So we'll know his appearance. Then we learn by things that we see, objects, like even in elementary, or maybe kindergarten, they had things whatever. They would put shapes and objects on papers on both sides. They'll tell you, draw a line in which one of these things go together. If it's a foot, it'll probably go with that shoe. So it's different things you start putting together, let you start realizing to put things together. Anybody remember that in elementary? They would have that, and they'll ask you to draw a line to what goes. It's not exact. Sometimes some might be right or straight across from you. Some things might be diagonal or whatever it might be, horizontal, whatever it might be. So you'll try to go through and you'll look to see, and you have to configure in your mind what things go together. So now when teaching, it involves the sight of the eye, it involves the hearing of the ear, and it involves instructions, things that we should be doing. Those are the things that are critical to me, making sure that we're doing things that we're supposed to be doing. Did he finish reading all of that? Go ahead.
So that through endurance.
Going through without doing what?
And through the Nakum.
Going through without doing what? Giving away. I know y'all hear it so much, sometimes you don't really take time to think about it. I know you say, well, I already know what it means. Sometimes situations allow things to mean something different. Like sometimes you look at some words that'll tell you it's a verb. Sometimes it's an adjective. So they tell you, depending on the situation and how it's used, it changes how you actually receive it. When Yahushua came, the thing that happened with him was, really what he was saying, we couldn't use it. Cause it didn't actually put an adjective, just basically just kind of put an emphasis on it. You know what I'm saying? If you say it's a car, whatever it is, and you say, you know, the red car, it more or less specifies this is what it is. Now, Yahushua came giving us adjectives, but we just missed it because we couldn't use it. I guess we kind of dealt with like a noun, not necessarily N-O-U-N, but we dealt with the N-O-W. We're dealing with what we got to do right now. So when he come along with all these adjectives and verbs he was using, we really couldn't use because we dealt with the N-O-W. We're dealing with what's working now. And this is what happens with us. We're not considering the things that's looking to come to pass on us because they look so far away from us, but now they're not. This is close as you've ever seen things actually come to a grips on the whole to the end. What people are waiting on to see is people panicking, running in signs and saying, waiting on Jesus, and people selling their house. Then they say, man, it's getting serious now. People out here, people selling their houses, people panicking, people going to churches more, people seeking. Please don't use these people for odds. You're going to lose. I'm going to tell you what, you guys have done it. I know you've done it because you hadn't changed. What you done differently? What are you doing differently? Because you're watching them. People, you go to the red light, people not running through no red light blowing a horn to God, the way the world ended. The world finna end. Have y'all heard anybody? When you ever see people saying, you say, hey, what you doing speed? They say, listen, the world is ending. I'm trying to get my soul right. Nobody, they speed because they may be high, they might be drunk, they on the phone. I wasn't paying attention. I didn't know what the speed limit was. I'm late for work. And they'll realize the world ended. We fell for it. We were duped because you hadn't taken it seriously. We slowed the conversation down only because of Willie Yahuwah. He saw it was fit that we should really sit back and consider what's been happening is we've been reading it and this is where it stands. It's really not working for it because we don't really consider in our life. Think about when I'm bad and I'm going through something, it's maybe just typically anything we're going through a common situation. But we don't consider to weigh it on how this might interact or interlock with my ruachni. You know what I'm saying? Just like your relationship with your spouse, which is normal to get upset. You kind of go and you might have situations and do things, argue or whatever it might be, or she might not be listening and want to argue back, whatever it is. Nobody consider about where does it put you at? Everybody know husband and wife have disagreement. Let's not be stupid. That's normal, right? Okay, so where's that in the book? Oh, we missed it. See, the whole purpose of why he set it up, I'm just using this to show you. On the situation here, it's virtually impossible if everybody's role playing. If they shoot a movie, they get both people their scripts. Set these scripts, we're gonna be shooting this movie, okay? We come in, that director's sitting there watching. All right, take one, action. They start doing their watching. Once a person get off road, they feel like that don't fit. They might have used a word or didn't use a word, but okay, we can still go. When it gets all the scripts cut, what happened? You weren't supposed to do that. This one, this is shows. This is look. Oh, okay, okay. All right, hold on. Okay, all right, I got it. Come on, let's go. They keep the script down. You know, they don't shoot a movie and they stop and they say, who about anybody? We don't have one. We figured everybody know. Nobody does that. You got scripts on scene. You got people following this whole movie by the script. That's why I know the start, and the director knows the script. That's why they're the director. They know what people are supposed to be. They know what people are supposed to be doing because they're scripted that way. You notice what people don't notice, what actually makes the movie well, people really watch kind of stuff. You'd be surprised what plays the movie is the scenery and people in the background you don't pay attention to. Mm-hmm. That makes it get, even though you focus in, they might kind of blur, but they let those things happen. Your eyes pick them, and you know what your eyes, because you're in the movie, you don't let it distract you. You notice it, but you stay here. Mm-hmm. When it's oh man, I start watching the movie, I'm just watching the people in the background. You don't. It's done. And you know what happened? You do that because he showed you, you can pay attention with other things going on.
Right.
It's amazing you use other people and other incidents and situations to justify why you can't pay attention.
Right.
Any of y'all ever watch movies?
Yes, sir.
Anybody watch movies, other stuff going in the background, see people? You see them walking out and some other people, you say, man, I'm through watching that. I'm just gonna watch the background. I'm watching them people. Somebody might catch your eye, but you keeping your mind on the scene. Because they're not a part of the movie. You look at, they're not really part of the movie. These are just background actors. The main characters are what you're focusing on, right? So how do you do that with TV and you don't do that with your life? How is it that you don't allow, because this should distract you. The movie shoot me, but I got him walking, they walking, somebody just walked by, then it's cars running down the street, they showing you, they got lights going on a building or something, you know, scripting going across, and all of a sudden you glancing and see it, but you still in tune to the movie. It doesn't take away from the main characters. How did Yahuwah and Yahushua get lost in this movie with us? How did background overtake the critical actors? How did we do that? So you can see why he let you watch these movies. Because when you tell that lie, you know what I'm saying? Brandon got me off. I was paying attention to Brandon. What you say? Was he the main character? The movie was about Brandon? Nobody in the movie named Brandon. How did Brandon get you off? You should have been focused on the character. And that's something we miss. And he shows that you can do it. But see, because you never really imprinted on yourself to really see you can do it. But he gives you different situations to align yourself to see you can do it. What's the movie about? This whole movie is about a man that created all this for a woman. That he prepared all this for. You know that? That's what he did. He prepared all this for he got him. When Yahushua told him that I go to, what was it again? The paraphrase, what now? That where I am there. So let me ask y'all a question. When Yahuwah came here, what woman did he bring with him? When he came here and he started existing here, could it be very much probable, logical, that he came here because he was trying to prepare a place for that bride? That where he was, that because amazing, he was here and Adam was in the same place where he was. And we needed to understand the relationship from the marriage, and we need to understand it from a son as an inheritor. So because how many of y'all here are not married? So the relationship of marriage won't be necessarily maybe the thing that'll catch you. But how about as an inheritor? Have you ever had a grandparent, a parent that died and leave you anything for those that are not married? You ever received anything through that? But you're familiar with an inheritance. So he leaves all these different situations. So these are things that you can consider. Y'all got what I'm saying? And a lot of times we don't. But I mean, it's for us to. Life is more than just obtaining things. Life is really about obtaining the knowledge. It's levels. Even with religion, I'm telling y'all, even with different other religions, the psyche is lost with a lot of these religions. With Christianity, it's more just kind of become a lot of genre about jumping around, hollering and spitting and screaming or dancing and saying who can out hallelujah and what. But it's a level of intelligence. It's a level of a person being able to come into the knowledge of oneself. This is something a lot of people, you can live a life for a lot of years and never really come into the knowledge of oneself. The person that you need to know most about, besides Yahuwah and Yahushua, is self. Because you need to see how you interlock and how you engage. You need to know that. You need to know how you engage, how things happen. And a lot of times we don't. You need to understand his whole fundamentals of why this relationship was created. Are y'all with me on this? And I can appreciate that. I can appreciate things he's done, things lost, things gained. I can appreciate being well. I can appreciate being sick, because everything can always be a different situation. But a lot of times you don't. You just learn to appreciate. I said, just appreciate the good things. Just appreciate. And people. So I oust out everything in my life. Is that practical? I'm not gonna focus on none. I'm just gonna focus on everything positive, everything good, everything lovely. I'm gonna do it, but let's just be practical. The only reason I know was everything good and everything logical and everything practical and everything lovely is because of the things that are bad. And that's what Adam and Kua had to learn. See, he never told them that they had became one of him, like him, until they had done what? Until they had came and achieved of knowledge. Why? Think about it. He created the man, no faults, no defects, nothing. Totally Talmud, upright. Why wasn't the man like him? Remember, he said, and let him make him like us. Let's make him like us. Yet he didn't obtain that knowledge until his fall. He said, the man, Adam, has become as us. He never achieved that when he was naming the animals. Never got it. All the other works he did, he never got it. Not until he had eaten and he had ransomed and he had given up himself. He said, the man has become as one of us. He said, now I have to distance him from us, lest he put forth his hand and he kai along and along. So knowledge can definitely put you in a situation where it can be life-changing. It can be life-ending and cause separations. It does. It'll cause it with your families. It'll cause it with other people. Because other people say, well, whatever you call it, it's all the same God. No, it's not the same. You might feel like it's the same, but it's actually not the same. I mean, so your God better than one day better than another? Because they don't really rationalize that part. People stay at such an elementary level. A lot of people just think the part of being saved is just maybe confessing and maybe getting baptized. If it's another confession, just saying, okay, I'm a sinner. I need to be saved. So I confess. It's a knowledge that we have to achieve. And with that knowledge, it gives us a level of behavior that you got to have to abstain. You know what I'm saying? To restrain yourself. Because, I mean, as a person, it's just things that's just natural that we will do. And the purpose of him coming was to get man from being naturally who he was. Y'all have prone to going against, prone to his own ideology. Y'all got it prone to all his own decision making versus allowing his decisions to come from his higher entity, which is Yahuwah, the existing one. I like when I call his name to expound on what he is, because I like to remind myself he exists. So when people name other Elohim, can you name your Elohim and prove that he exists? Can you prove his existence before? I'm very weary of a God or entity that appears thousands and quote hundreds of thousands and millions of years after. So what were we doing before your appearance? Right. Now the Elohim that we serve, who is the mighty one, he allowed us to realize you weren't doing anything before I appeared, because there was nothing. He brings the logic that something appears from nothing. You know, they say, don't nothing just come out of nowhere. That's amazing though. Have we heard that before? Very interesting. Agree? Can we agree? That nothing just comes from nothing. So when a person loses their life, what exactly is that at that point? What is that body? It's still something? It's nothing. Yet he brings life from it. When you plant it, like a seed, when it dies, he brings something from it. Listen, what you say is what we say because that's what we know as human beings, that nothing can just happen. If a fire is sparked and it broke out, the fire department is not going to put it out and leave here and say, okay, the fire is out. Once they put the fire out, they're going to go in and investigate. They're going to look at the most damaged part of the fire. They're going to look at the least amount of damage. The purpose of that is to find out the most part of damage is most likely where it started. So we know to look in this area, we know where it started to lessens at, to where we caught it and we put it out. We're going to concentrate on the area that's severely burned to start looking at things, to trace to see if we find water. We might bring in dogs because we're trying to find what any flammable was used. They got dogs they can bring in, they can smell different type of chemicals that's used to ignite fire. So you're trying to see, was it self-started or was it accidental? Was it wiring? Did something get through to chew it? Because you got to try to come up with a conclusion. To just put it out and say we put the fire out is to not to say we really eliminated the problem. Because we can go back and put it back, but we don't know whether this is something someone would tear down again, or this was something that was an accident that now we've corrected and we can look at of a surety, we're pretty sure that this shouldn't be a leading cause of this happening again. What we typically do when situations happen, you just put the fire out. You don't try to look at the root cause. Hello? Putting that concentration on, this is the most severe damage from this situation. What's the cause? The reason you're trying to find the cause, because the next thing you're trying to do and what you do even in court, the key word when you go into court that people don't use, don't consider, it's called remedy. That's what Yahuwah came to give us, remedy. Like, I'm recovering from a cold. Typically what you get, cold medicine, treatments, these are called because you're trying to work for a remedy. Okay? I'm not looking for a cold medicine that start at my feet. First you look, what kind of cold do you have? Is it cough? If it's stuffy nose? Sometimes people just grab cough medicine, but you're not coughing. This is what it gets you. I used to do it. Go to the store, you grab some cough medicine. Are you even coughing? But it's said for colds, but that's not the cough you have. Yours is more nasal. You got what I'm saying? How many of y'all just do that or have done it? You just grab, it said cough medicine. You're just looking for something relief. Well, people like Christianity, Buddhism, Islam, Judaism, any religion. Sometimes you grabbing stuff, but is that really what your problem is? And that's what we're trying to go back and look at. Because you're looking for remedy, what's the damage? That's what you go, that's what they do. People look for recourse. I need something done for this action. I need remedy. I need something to fix it. But when you don't really know what your cause is, then what are you trying to fix? I'm just kind of following the crowd. This will hurt you over time. When I tell you how important it is for you to really know yourself, to make sure that you're actually growing, because then you look at how you handle situations. You look at how things happen, do you let it sway you? And that's the only way to really see growth. I can't look at my student, you can't walk and say, y'all look smart today. All y'all getting A's. Not until I give you the assignment. That's going to be the proof to find out exactly what you're doing. Y'all got it? So these are the things he's doing now. He give us assignments. That's how you got to look at things, assignments. Just amazing they use that terminology. They come down to people's sexuality. People come in, they come in and say, you might go in. They don't have no paperwork, I'm sure, that say, I want a sex change. You come in, you trying to tell these people, they're going to say, you're trying to do a reassignment. Mm. They could say sex change, but typically going to deal with people that they'll say, well, reassignment is basically what it is. Because they're acknowledging you were given something. Right. You can call it sex change. They're going to tell you, their words I'm sure they're going to use is going to be that you're going to do a reassignment. Mm. Which means the assignment you've been given is not the one you want. We did in school, y'all did that. They can say, God, can I do mine on something else? Because I want to do it on something I want to do. That's easier for me. I'm not coming to ask for something harder for myself, typically. I'm asking for something that makes me comfortable, something that's easier for me to help me get through, and I can get that done. Okay? And a lot of times, that ain't the best thing for you. That's why people try to do reassignment with sexuality, because it's easier for them. When a man trying to go to be a woman, he look at it's a lot of excuses he can use to being a woman that he can't use if he was a man. Hello? See, Adam couldn't dare tell Yahuwah, he deceived me, and I did eat. How many times women you there even today, they've been deceived, he tricked them. 12, 15-year relationship, 9-year relationship on the job, and they just figured out that he been the whole time. When I think about it, I was manipulating this relationship. When you came there with no drawers on and a miniskirt, and you bent down to tie your shoes, you had some high heel pumps on. That man knew good and well that he was tricking you then. So we tend to try to make excuses to try to justify instead of trying to sit down and get the logic or get to what's practical for us. And what's practical for and what you really need is to make sure that you're doing the assignment he gave you well. Now, as far as the human side of a man being a man, a woman being a woman, we had assignment, we hadn't done really well with it. Because if you see all the confusions we have today, because people haven't been operating proficiently. Y'all got what I'm saying? It's typically when they give you a paper, give you something to write, you typically want to give people guidelines. How many words you want, maybe typically how you want them to address the subject, because sometimes you know what people do, it's kind of like writing with periods, it just kind of run on it, don't have an ending to it. Kind of like what we're doing with our lives. What's your end game? Because I hadn't caught a period yet on you. Hello, not the women, talking to everybody. I don't see any periods. At some point, something should stop. So at some point, it should be a break. At some point, there should be something that bring it in and bring it to a conjunction or something. I mean, there's no connections to what we're doing. There are no other options. What are you doing? What are we doing? Can anybody answer that for me? What are we doing? You hadn't thought about that. Really, your life is just a run-on. Because you're not really checking in between to try to see, shouldn't this situation stop and we should be moving to something else? Okay. Maybe it's just me. Maybe it's just me. So we understand about patience, and we talked about and through Nakun comfort. That's what this should give us. Of the writings.
We might have teeth.
A lot of people got joy because they got stuff. But that's not how your joy should actually be funded. It should be founded on the fact that Nakun. So this only way this makes sense for any of us, me, you, is that this is the life you're trying to live. You're really trying to live a book-filled life. This is what the only way this makes sense. You have to be willing to live a book-filled life. I mean, everything about you, everything surrounds you, everything operates, and this is how you do things based off the book. We talked about that last night, making sure when you make decisions, do things, exactly how then can the writings be complete? Because we fail. We book when we come and sit down in here when I'm talking. Then we streak from that point. We got to start looking at how exactly does it work to you completing the writings. Y'all got it? And the only way to do that, your light has to more or less mirror, has to more or less be fashioned around. Y'all got what I'm saying? Think about when they came out Mizraim. After Musa had the ladies coming, they wanted him to sit down. Y'all remember that? Who remember they wanted Aharon to sit down and do something? Nobody remember? What happened? They actually want him up. They want him up. They want to make him Elohims. Up. See, even when the people want to claim a name in the 11th chapter of the book of Barashit, when they want to build a tower to get him a name, you remember how low the tower was? Up. Everybody knew up. Make us Elohim. See, everybody understand that it was a matter. Listen, people don't realize. You'll get people start talking about, like South Point talking about translating. Well, he'll talk about, portals and transplant. Amazingly, in order for us to meet him in the air, you got to defy gravity. See, let me say this. Sometimes I don't know who listens to me on the show, and it probably sounds weird when I'm talking to y'all about certain things. It's because there's a different level to things. I don't want to throw you off to nothing crazy. Don't run to nothing crazy, okay? It's almost impractical when you start believing what he says based off of the normacy of people today.
It's true.
Because we're going to meet him in the air. So what are we all here? Has anybody been sent a ticket to fly to meet in the air from Delta, JetBlue, American? So how exactly were you supposed to put it? Does everybody have a backpack?
Right.
Which means you're going to have to defy gravity.
Right.
You have to defy. Now, you think about this. Not typically impossible, when you look at man, quote unquote, endeavor to go to the moon. When he go there, he wears this heavy suit that allows him to defy flotation. Because he goes here and gravity doesn't have a discipline according to what they say. Things that go supposed to sit down go up, they move up. So he wears something that allows him to be able to go down and defy that science or defy that discipline. Let's go with that. There's a discipline there, according to what they say, right? That whole suit allows them to be able to go down when there's no gravity. So the discipline is nothing can stay down here. The weight has to be so great in order for you to be able to sustain yourself to stay. But yet we don't look at having that same weight when we sit in here. To believe in Elohim, you have to do what they do when they go out of space. You have to wear something that allows you to defy that discipline. Hello? You do, to be able to keep you stayed. How was Abraham able to stay? What was so practical about gravity? If y'all see me study for like 30 minutes, gravity said it won't happen. Gravity said it will not happen. That's the discipline. When you went, you were coming back down. Now I defied it in the fact that I jumped and I done it, but it brought me right back to practical though, didn't it? Man, I was up there flying. Y'all seen me? I seen you go up, but you came straight back down. That's a discipline. Now with Abraham, you can see when a person is not rooted and grounded in the debar with the knowledge. Basically, what I jumped up and did, they stay up. Abraham stayed down. That's why he didn't stagger and waited. He defied typically what we do. It is the smallest thing. You take a feather, the average of us, everyone, I take a feather and push you over with everything you believe. Because you're really not practical. It is. You have to understand that. You got to see all these things he allow you to see so you can get in your mind that these things are very much probable. You don't actually believe it. Why you think you don't do it? Huh? Why y'all think I don't walk through that board right now? Why you think I'm doing it? Huh? Exactly, I ain't gonna do it because I don't believe it. It makes absolutely no sense. Yahushua walked, he appeared in the room and the door was closed. Because it's a belief system with knowledge that allowed it. Now, some people are gonna try to take this. I do not teach what you think I'm teaching. Don't even think about it. But I'm just trying to get you to understand where he was. And it was impossible, it was needful for us to know he was a man too. He was a man. He was a man. So it allows us to know that our ability is a lot greater than what we actually have given credit to. Look at where you are today based on where they were when they started. You tell me you see leaves, trees, grass, no houses, nothing, rocks and mountains, and you saw this. You saw buildings, air conditioners, screens, cameras, sound system speakers. You saw expressways. You saw hotels, Airbnbs, internet. You better check yourself. You better check yourself. That's how man, listen, AI gonna kill us? AI can't do no more than we already did. What's the film? We gotta stop AI. AI gonna get it. AI day, you know the one got the Palestinians that went up under the tunnel, up under Yasharal, Israel, and started bombing. AI. AI did that. AI started Ukraine and Russia war too. You know what I'm saying? Man. He's the most dangerous AI ever been. He's artificial intelligence because he's not the original. He's not the originator of it. So this is why it's so important for us to really sit down and try to capitalize on this information because it involves us. Let me tell you something. When you really take on the knowledge, it even comes with a healing process with it. Because in order to know yourself, it's things that certain people, because of the level to know, they know things about themselves. I'm talking whether it's an affliction. Because some people overwhelm themselves with themselves. For us, it's levels. You get people that go so deep, they get lost. I'm be honest with you. Some people go way too deep, and you'll get lost. It's like baby steps you got to take. Because you got to be smart. A lot of people get manipulated in this search. They get to going too far. Now, I go through this roof right now. Well, I know, because now we're really dealing with things that are impossible for you. You're not being practical. What I want to see a person manifest is the behavior of the works that he's trying to get us to do. Okay? This is a harder feat than going through that roof. Being able to maintain and sustain. Y'all got it. These are hard feats that man don't want to do. Man want to do them practical. You want to get shoes to let him jump so high. You want to learn how to run faster. You want to learn how to build other things, but he hadn't learned how to put discipline on himself. hardest thing for man to do. Hardest thing for him to do. Everything else, because it doesn't really involve him containing himself. And that's the thing he's trying to get a person to do. Learn how to contain yourself. Learn how to contain your emotion. Learn how to keep everything where it's practical. Because everything he gives us is really logical when you look at it. Don't think of logic like man's logic or how we look at things. It's logical and it's practical when you look at it for the plan of salvation. Because every situation you go through with, it's a growth spurt in it. But you got to be able to pick it out and see it. I remember years ago they had a cartoon. I can't remember the cartoon. Every time it went off, it had this little music and it had a moral to the story. Who remember that cartoon? It was old. It would go. You remember? It would have like they would have a moral to that whole. That cartoon you watch had a moral to it. You remember that? It had this funny little music that would play and it would give you the moral to that cartoon that you had watched. This is probably before a lot of y'all time, but some should remember. And you know, although it was a cartoon, there was a purpose to it. You might feel like your life is a cartoon, but you don't believe it or not. There's a purpose to your life. But very few people go through life and obtain that knowledge of it. You say, what's the purpose? I'm going to die, because this knowledge can be used to kind of translate over. Like what people trying to do and trying to get out of here, we're going to translate over into something. But there's a certain type of knowledge you need to have in order for it to happen. Y'all got it? All right, I don't know. And saying that, we're going to look at something else right quick. How about that? Hello, y'all all right? Yes, sir. Woo, man, y'all look crazy. Let's look at the 24th chapter, book of Matthew. I know what I'm talking about, but for whatever reason, go this way. '24th chapter, verse 1. Matthew, who they call Matthew. All right, listen to the book.
And Yahushua went out from the Magdash to go in his Darak, and his Talmudim approached him to show him the buildings of the Magdash. And Yahushua answered and said to them, do you see all these things? Aman, I say to you, there shall not remain here one Aban upon another Aban that shall not be torn down.
That's bad.
He sat down on the heart of Zethem. His Talmudim approached him alone and said, tell us, please, when shall this be? And what is the odds of your coming? And the odds of the end of the age? See
what they want to know? When we know, these are things they want to know. What made them ask when he told them about the building being torn down? They need to know a few things that they need to be mindful of. These things are some things they want to be know. I want to know when will these things, like, oh, we just said, oh, they're going to be torn out. For them, they want to know when. Are there any signs we should look for? Because these are things we look at from Bereshit when he set the alarm up. When he first created Bereshit, he put ots there. So man has always used signs. Even when Yahushua was born, how did the shepherds know, the Ra'el knew that he was born? When they told him to go look, they told him, you'll see the ots. There is something that's symbolism that allows you to know that these things happen. I just hear people all the time talk about how planets and stars align themselves. You're like, okay, I'm not in all that stuff. Planets, I'm here. But it makes sense if you even look at how things align themselves. Like now, we're going to look at what? We look at the wintertime, how the Shamash, typically from their scientific view, they call it solstice, where the sun, the Shamash comes closer and draws back. Now we're in the solstice where the Shamash is going to draw back, which means the rocks will get colder because you get ready to hit the wintertime. So in the summertime, typically what they try to say, it comes closer. So these are things that we start looking. He said, that's how you know. He told them how they can discern when times are coming. He said, well, let's look at how you do seasons. Because different things have to align themselves. Trees don't start blooming when the Shamash are far away from it. The Shamash is closer, so it fuses it. It allows these things to happen. So there are things you got to look at. Just like those disciplines of nature, you got to look at what fuels you. When Yasharal came out of Mizraim, guess what happened? They were fueled by him. They came out in the time of the year when, think about it. When did they come out? He brought them out in the summer. He did not bring them out in the winter. First of all, the Shamash is set further back. So for fueling, it's not good. It was better to bring them out in the summer because it's closer, which gave them length of days to be able to go. They got to learn, how you think they understood length of days? Mm-hmm. Because in the wintertime, they knew that, because they wouldn't know soulless, but basically because it backed off, they understood that what? So when he might told, just kind of put this in practicality, that when he told them that things were going to be short on them or they were coming quickly, they would have possibly looked at the fact of what? How they looked at how quick the Shamash had come, how quick the Layla had come on the Kashab, so they could kind of understand that the days were getting shorter. They understood when they had a longer period of time from the summertime when they would do things. Like in the summer, you got a longer time to be able to do things, to get things done. You say, well, I got some more, it don't get dark at 9 o'clock. So I got time to fool around a little bit more time. But in the wintertime, you got to say, oh, I got to hurry up, it's getting dark. That thing, you know now, it get dark quick on us. So these things were used for them to realize that, behold, I come quickly. They knew it was quick. When you talk about coming at a thief in the night, it was needful for them to start watching the sun. They kept up with the Shamash to look at where it was, because that allowed them to realize time, and they understood it's getting near. It's getting near to the end. That's what they knew, because when the night came, they understood what they could do in the night. Nothing. So he would let them know death was imminent. And when it comes, there's nothing you can do. Because when man got himself out of line with nature. Typically, my dad wanted to he watch TV, after 6 o'clock news go off, he going to bed. That's true. He said, listen, 6 o'clock news go off. So he said, I'm going to bed. I'll be waiting on that nigga. I'll be like, come on. I need to just go to bed. I can get my hand on this TV. When he stone cold, I'm going to bed. He hit him crowd, I said, TV mine. Look over at her and say, ain't you finished sleeping too? And she like watch them old cry movie, you know, the Walters. I don't want to watch no movie where 75 people tell each other goodbye. That's longer than the whole show. Then they finally say goodnight jump. I was like, finally. So I say that to just look at how when man was aligned with it, he understood it better. He understood when his days were longer. He understood when his days were getting short. Y'all understand that? And a lot of times we miss that. So we've been living a life when time is getting shorter. We thinking we got more time. Look at, y'all understand what time we in right now? He getting ready to gather. Wouldn't it make sense that the days will get shorter?
Yes.
Why we ain't got 9 o'clock sun stand up day right now? Because it's gathering. Listen, I've gathered. I'm trying to let y'all know I'm coming. All these was symbolism to us. They tell you, no, this is beginning to look a lot like Christmas. That's what they think about. Oh, I love it when it's snow and it's cold. You get the rain, all the lights and everything. This man said, no, the end is near. The end is near. So these guys are looking because they're thinking from a practical perspective of, Cook, you can kill the L a little bit. Hold on, stop. Hold on for a minute, Darren. Darren, hold on for a minute. We're not going to have no white folk hollering out through the synagogue. Let's do this. My voters at home, let me see it right quick. I want to get my people at home, I need to answer right quick before I move on. I need names in order. Who y'all saying getting the check? Names in order. So I'm gonna give them a couple of seconds and come back to them. They probably got to take a second. They probably like, what happened? So I just want to see what happened. Those up here, let's see. Okay, we get okay. Let's okay. Names in order. Look at these people. Look at them. Chris, Kerry, Dexter. God, to me forward. Chris. Paul Harris said Shalom. He said it's gonna be the whole family getting the check. Lady B, Chris, Kerry, Dexter. Faith says it's gonna be Georgia Holmes. All right, Georgia Holmes. All right, Chris, Kerry, etc. Chris. Kerry, Chris, Kerry, Dexter, Cam. We gonna get Cam one even though he ain't here. I know his little son done coughed at that house. Chris will receive a thanks-worthy check. That ain't gonna happen. Kerry, Chris, Cam, Chris, Kerry, Chris, Jahid, you getting a check today. These folks, you ain't lie. Chris, Kerry, Cam. Why ain't nobody new up here? What they tell y'all? What they tell y'all?
Conspiracy.
Ain't no conspiracy. So we gonna be Cookie at some point. Oh, that's Chris. Eastgate said gonna be you, Chris. Hold on now, Mad. Mad Wood here in trouble too. He at home. Okay, Big Lee. They put you up there, Big. They said you gonna get a check. That tight. They said that'll be. Bill said Big Lee get a check. That tight. We gonna be looking at. All right, we got it. All right, okay. And then Josh said the lab's gonna get it. All right, we got it. Don't get Rod. Oh yeah. Don't forget Rod. Yeah, Rod knew he did. Rod said, "Oh, I ain't coming right now. Wait a minute, get the check." And then he's like, every couple, he be like, "What?" Yes, sir. Rod be doing said, "Rod, what? Yeah, you be talking. He be like, yeah." he be grinning for him. He's like, he be like good. He be like something real bad. He be like, "What did I say?" I said, "Rod, what I'm gonna do?" I said, I want him to go and take shoe lessons. He like, I said, "Take all of them." Take all of them. Like everybody gonna be shooting at one time, and I'm like, "Rod B. Lou, no. All right, I'm gonna get you back here." All right. He sat down on the Mount of Zithim, which is out of his Talmudim, which is taught ones. Talmudim approached him alone and said, "Tell us, please, when shall this be? And what is the odds of your coming and the signs, which is the odds of the end of the
age?"
Question. Let's see what he told.
Yes, sir. And Yahushua answered and said to them, "Beware lest one mislead you."
See that what he told you? Beware lest somebody mislead you.
Yes, sir.
Let me tell you somebody misleads you. Let me borrow for a second. Follow me. No, follow me. So what were you told about following? Remember what you told about following? Okay, well, you get a check, but he called that. That's what I'm saying. He said, "There you go. Don't worry. You're gonna get nothing." My brother said you don't. Well, hold on, we got cooking. Come on, cook. Come up here. No, don't tell. Come on, show it. Let's go. Okay. Look, Bill on top of that thing. And that hurt. Do you not bad? That hurt me though, Lee. That thing hurt. Uh-huh. Yeah. Tell them what you're doing.
Following the leader.
You're supposed to be following the steps, remember? So
Check.
Hey, he better put a check up there. Come on, Chris, glow. Come on, Chris, glow. Y'all know what y'all should have did. I'm finna defy this check. I got my mind made up. I ain't getting a check.
I started not to come up here pretty. I knew it was gonna happen.
No, come, you were coming. You apologize. Get 2 checks. Whenever a white man apologized, that's what they did when they came to America. I apologize. I was trying to find the backside of Europe. And what happened? What's going on, Karen? Come on, Keisha. Come on. We're not doing rats today. Come on. We're not doing. Come on. You know you know why I'm gonna get you about rats? We ain't gonna have rats in here today with that. When Granville said on rat 80 toes off, I said right there we have no rat. I got him. I called him. I got him, Granville. Come on. Man, you know how hard you gotta be sleeping at 4 years old for a rat to eat all your listen. You think about you wake up, man. Listen, you think about that, you wake up, and your last toe is between 2 Ritz crackers. Listen, think about that, you wake up, your last toe. Listen, when Chris told me that, Chris said, man, Grandma said his last toe was in between 2 Ritz crackers and said around. So he woke up. Oh, well, I can know it, Granville. You know how it is. Chris, we'll talk about it later, because right now we got to love you. But Chris, I don't want to call no name now. You got to figure out who told you. Ain't that right? You could beat on my body, but not on my soul. Wild horse couldn't drag it out of me. Ain't that right, Chris? Me and you right here. Ain't that right? Don't worry, I ain't going to tell him. Ain't that right? Granville, don't even ask me if Chris told me, because I ain't going to tell you. All right, y'all ready? Y'all some sick people, man.
Sick.
24-4. I apologize, people. I try to raise them better than this. Listen, and Yahushua answered and said to them,
"Beware lest one misleads you."
So this is what you got to look. Now, he told you in the 9th chapter of the book of Yeshayahu, he said, for the leaders of this people. This what you got to remember. I know how we say, we look at it, let me borrow it for a second here. Go ahead and sit down for me, if you don't mind. Okay. You come back up here for me. All right, go back up here. Now, all right, you come back over here now, good. So now how we typically look at it is this, right? We'll look at it as, which I'm his leader, and I just gave him orders. And he did what gave him, some direction. So we're looking at the leader causing the error through that, but that's not typically how he looked at things. Sit down let me find for a second. 23-1, right quick, Matthew, same book. I'm gonna show you what people miss A lot of times with that, Netanyahu should be 23-1. All right. Listen.
Then Yahushua spoke to the crowds and to his Talmudim, saying,
To his taught one saying what?
The scribes and the Parshim
Do what?
sit in the seat of Moshe.
Y'all hear what they do? The scribes and the Parashim, that they'll call Pharisee, the Parashim. Parashim means the separated one. He said they sit in Moshe's seat.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Listen what happened.
So whatever they tell you,
Whatever they tell you,
observe and do it.
you see what he told you? What I just told you to do. Sit down. I told you to come here. You did it. Then I asked you to sit back down, I think I did, and you did it. I told you to go over here, right? And you did it. Listen what he told him.
So whatever they tell you, observe and do it.
Did he do it? Listen what he told him.
Only be careful not to do as their deeds, for they say things, but they do not do them.
See that? Like, hey, Austin followed me, and I was going the right way, and I turned around. See, that's where they fake you out. See, people don't realize that's why they get you. That's why he told you when Shaul told you to follow in my footsteps, because now you're doing the exact thing that I'm doing. Got it? So people get taught up. They ain't gonna deceive me. I ain't stupid. Well, you know what? I don't be doing. When he tell me to do something, I don't pay him no attention. You know what? I just whatever he do, I just do what he do. That's where they got you at. That's why he was trying to tell you people miss it. How they were getting people to get off, because people felt like if they was doing it, it must be safe.
Right.
It must be good.
Right.
Why he just told you to do what they tell you to do?
They know what to do.
But if you follow their pattern of behavior, you're going to get off. Because you're going to be walking in the same halak. Well, not saying the rock, the same way. So this is so critical that you got to watch, because every time we think we're smart on when we're doing stuff, but he was looking at you. If I walk, the way I'm walking around here, this is straight death. This straight kill, right? Everything right now, straight kill. And you're going to run, I like how preachers be doing, and you're going to come and walk the same way. He going to kill you too. That's how they saw it. They understood it that way. Don't practice the same behaviors. Y'all got what I'm saying? Not to practice. This is why he took people and took them down. Like the Benin or Aharon, they offered up strange insects. And what happened to them?
Killed them.
So if I walk in and I put the same stuff and I do it, what's going to happen to me?
Kill you.
So you don't want to do the same thing they did. Now they'll tell me that sacrifice and offerings should be made. Do it, because that was supposed to be done. That was a culture of the law we had. You just don't want to do after the pattern, because when they offered them up, they were still considered sacrifice or offering that they offered up. But the way they did it is what got them moot, death, murder, kill. You got it? So you have to sit back and look at when you're looking at this. There's a different logic than what you have. How y'all looked at when he said, do what they say, but you thinking he's saying, like I told him to go physically go do something and doing that. See, he got Eric going wrong. Eric's going to go wrong. He start following what I tell him to do. When he start following what I do. Y'all got what I'm saying? Not saying that there's no wrong in a person giving you information, but when you follow that same pattern. You got it? Let me see something. Let's look at something right quick. We'll come back here. See if that Yeshayahu 1 and 3. They call it Isaiah 1 and 3. Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
You know, I said 1 and 4. 1 and 4. I said 1 and 3. Make it 1 and 4. Okay, we'll do 3. We'll do 3. Well, as a matter of fact, do this. Do 1. Do 1 and 1. I put 1 and 4. Don't worry about 1 and 1. So if you keep 1 and 4, you'll know to go back if you want to go back over it. Listen what he tells you. Listen.
The Kazun of Yashayahu.
Kazun of vision. So this one's just something, you know what I'm supposed to say? Sometimes you'll say something like, Dave, I'll take you, man, I'll dunk all of you. Said, nigga, you dreaming. Y'all heard that expression? Because what do we find about a dream? It's not reality. You see how they think about it? Ain't it amazing people say that? If you say something crazy, man, I jump over these pews all the way to Daniel. Man, you wish you dreaming. So he wanted you to make sure you didn't get this twisted. He said, I saw this. This is what I saw. Okay? Listen what happened.
The being of Amuz, which he saw concerning Yehuda and Jerusalem, in the Yamim of Uzziyahu, Yotham, Ahaz, and Kaskiyah, Malakim of Yehuda.
Well, you know what happened? You ain't gonna believe it. When we heard about this vision he had, we want to know what was it, and when was it gonna be, and what was the signs of it. That's why you had so much information, because you just told me it was a vision. When did you see it? If I called the police and told them I seen somebody get murdered, when did you see it? They're probably gonna know, when did you see it? Where were you at? Why are you asking all them questions? Just go with I seen somebody. Because we can't act on it. We need to know, where did you see it at? When did this happen? How did it happen? These are inquisitive questions that you should have for yourself to come to salvation. So he's being ready to tell us something, because he already knows what we're going to want to know. When did you see this? During what time period? And what were the signs? Listen.
Shama, Shamayim.
Now listen, because now I'm trying, in order to get your attention, I already answered some of your questions. I told you when I saw it. I told you I wasn't dreaming. I saw this, literally, I saw it. I told you during what time period, and these people list, and I told you who these people connected to. Now I'm going to tell you the signs of the thing so you'll know it. Listen.
And Shama, arise.
Listen.
For Yahuwah speaks. Bani.
Let me ask you a question. Why would you tell the Shamaim to listen? Because all these things have to align themselves. Why would I be talking to the Shamaim? Listen, this is something that we're going to look at, okay? First coming, keep it very basic. Just keep it on the basics, okay? Don't try to go too deep. And I'm really not trying to take you out too deep. But let's just be practical. When you're talking to the Shamaim, what are you trying to align? Something's trying to be aligned. The reason I'm calling for the Shamaim and the Arach to hear. I'm trying to get things to align themselves, okay? Even they talked about us when he told us about our ways. What was our ways? Not his ways. So in order to realize the practicality of how close I am to him, let me borrow it for a Lee. No, you shouldn't get a check. Lee got about that. Hypothetically, he Elohim. So I want to I feel like I'm right here. I mean, I ain't like him. I ain't finna be sitting up here telling no lies. But I'm like right here. I'm somewhere right up at him. But then he gave me a distance. So I mean from the rise. Let me go ahead. So now you think about what's got to happen. So when I look at this, now it's practical to see where I'm at. You know what I'm saying? You not where I am. But you know what I can do though? You can align yourself. Like put myself in Jerusalem. Since I'm not there, until he actually will line this thing up perfectly where now, sometimes you can line things, you can say, now you can let it down. You know what I'm saying? Once it's aligned, we took bodies off, took cats off, you don't let it down until like it's not going to go. You got to make sure everything perfectly aligned, make sure that frame on that line, and then as you bring it down, you making sure everything, you checking it, you checking it both sides, making sure you coming down, because you don't want to do this again. You making sure you bringing it down, that everything going to line. It's all going to line. Then you get, and you comfortable enough, you keep going up and you keep looking. You remember we had to, you keep checking it, looking, making sure everything line till you finally can bring it down to, now you can bolt it down, lock it down. That's what he's doing with us. He can't come down right now because we're not aligned. So you know what you got to do? You got to keep moving the bottom. What's in the air ain't going to move. You take what's at the bottom, you start moving around till you can get in line. That's why he's shaking the rise. He said, once more, I don't just shake this. I got to shake, because I'm trying to get everything to align. Sometimes you got somebody to just push it just a little bit. You got to go, you have to, just a little, because you're trying to get everything where the line so it can fit. See, when he told a woman, let me see, he wanted the wives to submit themselves to their husband. I forget, fit. Something like, and so we will understand that fit, he put humpback in our life. And he'll put on a nice medium shirt, and he'll wet that thing in the morning, put it in the oven for about 3 hours like a roast, pull it out, wet it again, put it in the dryer, crank that thing on 16 hours, get out that thing hot, still smoking, throw it, you know what I'm saying? So then you learn about fit. The only way, hold on, as a man, how we gonna understand fit? What we said teaching was showing, hearing. What we said, what we said? That don't fit. So then he told a woman, now if a man, like if any of us had got a product out wife, they said, well, honey, I feel like I'm submitting myself to you. Go get humpback. She said, I'm way out of the way. I'm way, because that's how we understand everything. So can you kind of understand that aligning things up? So since we couldn't get there, he said, you can align yourself. Because there are different angles. Even in you use angles. So you can see why there are angles to what we do about align ourselves. If you, when you pull out, if you're not there, if you can't get there, you can pray toward. So you can see how a lot of things make sense. When they use math, the Greeks, they'll account a lot of math to them. We actually go back further in Keeper. We were using math before these people. And angles and different things to build the pyramids and other things we've done. We've been using different things. And they understood about alignment. Even when they built those pyramid, why? They set things up to where when the Shamash would hit it, they set things, everybody, you look at builders, early builders, everybody looked at the practical of using things off of the solars or using how the Kukabim, the stars align themselves, where the Shamash set, they kind of built off of these practicalities. Amazing when we pull out, we pray back toward, because we look at it's an energy source. Even when people look at gold is beautiful, but it's better used for energy. Even with onyx, look at all the stones he gave there, because all these were energy fueling systems. You come from a place and you have to be fueled. Just like when it comes to the word, he let you learn first how all these things were used for energy to move things, to cause things to happen. Well, he said, I want you to learn that first. If you look, we came out of Mizraim, we were traveling, we needed something. Remember, we didn't really get to finish even cooking our food. So he gave us gold and different things. We went abundant because you needed something to still fuel you to go. You know what I'm saying? And then it got us paired. It allows you to transfer over. You'll go through toll booths. What did it take to get through them? It's going to take you, you're going to have to use something to get through them. So he knew for you to think about it, we were crossing through other people's land. People act like toll booths are new. We were passing through other people's land. He told us, he said, don't take, because he knew us. Mm-hmm. What we said, we did that too. But man, about out here, I'm run through that junk. I ain't got nothing to run through this junk. Take this tag off. He said, no. I want you to do that. He said, I gave you some energy to get you past it. Yeah. Pay the toll. And he said, tell those people, I'll pay for whatever I eat and whatever we drink. Right. To be able to pass. Think about it. See, we took it and we made a mess out of it. You know, money's evil. And that's what the preacher taught you. He said, no, he said the love of it. That's right. Because what a man will do to get it. Right. You know what I'm saying? There's a way to obtain it, but a man will go a whole different route in order to obtain it. So this is why it's so important for you to understand how things work. Y'all got it? Am I talking too all for y'all? But I wouldn't I'm telling you, it's some people, listen to me, you're going to go somewhere, I'm not there. No, don't you go say, preacher, that you're going to, no, that's not it. I just want you to start to understand some things, because there's some things that happen for you. I used to ride the bus. Anybody used to ride the bus years ago? I mean, years ago, especially in Atlanta. You rode in years in Atlanta. When you got on the bus, you paid them to go somewhere. That was your last stop. Were you going somewhere else? What you get? A transfer. And then what you do with that transfer? You either get the card, go into the, if you're gonna catch the train, and you go, it'll give you another transfer to catch a bus. You know that train, did you ever get the one that just gave you the paper? I remember for the train, I wrote it, but you got the paper, and you get it, and then you get that next one to the bus driver. Did you know that other bottom of the part you could tear it out? That was another one. Most people didn't know it. That transfer you had years ago they gave you. So now you know what happened. You were kind of like when Yahushua seen us, he wept because you didn't know. I didn't need that one time. When they gave you that transfer, it's a small part at the bottom. If you tore it off, you could actually give it to the next button. When you got there, you had another ride. You know about it? Most people, they wouldn't go. And you know what happened that day? You weren't supposed to know. See, think about it. So guess what happened? You missed some travel. I missed some travel. That's the purpose why Yahushua came. You didn't even realize it was something else used. It's something else used that can take you further where you went. But how were you going to know unless somebody told it to you? See, it's so much stuff. Look, these groups out here use some of this information. This is how they make fools out of people. Start selling information and making people. This ain't meant to be sold. It's really not meant to be sold. It's meant for people that's on an endeavor that's really trying to accomplish utopia with themselves. Right. And they want to use utopia. They want to use the perfect. For us, it's Talmud. We're just trying to get complete. So in order to use the word complete, they're perfect. We're just looking at when it's complete, it's done. It's an easier, think about it. if somebody tell you, nigga, you ain't perfect, what you gonna say? I am perfect. What y'all gonna say? Man, that tight, he perfect. We don't say, okay, nigga, I'm gonna ask you a bunch of things. You better not miss nothing. That's gonna be because you just put yourself in place where people gonna push you now, it's gonna change versus I'm complete. I'm complete is a little different. Y'all got, like you usually know, it's finished. It's finished because you can't get him perfect. Hold on for a minute. How you perfect and I see you right here, you do that, or your finger don't even straighten out, because now they're gonna move to other things to start to try to criticize versus I've completed the assignment.
Right.
When he sat down and he talked in the 17th chapter book of Yukonon they called John, he told him, I finished the work.
Right.
He said, what you gave me. He said, and what you gave me, I've lost none. He was referring to who? Hands. Son of perdition. Let me get that check. Now. Whoever had Dwayne pick, come on, Dwayne, I need that check. I know it hurt. I know, but listen. Let me say, he ain't gonna get no stronger, Stas. I know. Don't cry for him now. Don't cry. He ain't gonna get no stronger unless he can get that check. Hold on, my brother called. I'm sorry. Here you go. My brother told you to do. Whatever, Joe. What you gonna say? Daoud. Yeah, Daoud. He was saying the son of perdition about the one he lost. I know what you're talking. He was talking the one he lost. Oh, no, I ain't gonna help you. No, that ain't trying to help you. No, he right. He was talking about the son of perdition, the one that was born to come to ruins. But we talk about now when he said I lost none, because remember his whole statement was he was the ben of Elohim. Well, Daoud was the ben of Yashi. Okay, so Daoud told you I kept my father's sheep. Okay, and he talked about how a bear came and an Ari, a lion, and took one, and I recovered them. So that's why he had to give that out as symbolism that those you gave me, I've lost none. Remember, he was trying to show them a relationship.
Right.
Why he was adamant about the protection of the people. Because he looked at, I'm also the ben of Daoud. Y'all got so many, he did what? He was walking in the footsteps of somebody. And it's not practical to use Daoud if I lost one. But he could state the one that he lost. That one had to be lost. Hello? One, it was of necessity that one be chosen. Y'all got it? So it was a necessity for that. But he let them know, but what you gave me, I've kept. He said, now, when you gave it to me, let me be honest. They were yours. There's no way to say, he gave me this. He gave me this without acknowledging it was his. That's the problem we got with stuff. We'll say, I said, why you got that shot right? You said, well, you know, he gave it to me. How you got it? You know, I ain't gonna know. He gave it to me. Whose was it? He said it was yours. He wanted to give all the, it was yours, and you gave it to me. And I put a care and respect on it to make sure I didn't surrender it. Okay, this is what you do. Listen, before Daoud came into the anointing, the Mashiach, the first thing he had to show that he could keep something, natural. I'm gonna let that man rule over Yasharal. This man got to show me he can be faithful. I'm gonna now over a few. Because the brother told you, you need to be keeping them few sheep. And he let him know, I kept them. And I've lost none. And he let him reign over the Yahudim. People run straight to Yasharal. Let me let you work with us. Let's start the same way your daddy did. Let's start with a few before I make you rule over many. Because we heard his testimony of what he did when it came down to the bed and the Ari. So what I do at this point, I give you Yehuda. With Yehuda, he fought. He battled with Yehuda. Now he battled, he proved himself to a point. I let the man rule over all Yasharal. When Yahushua came down here, who he ruled over? Nobody called him no, you ruler over no Yasharal. Are you talking crazy? You mad, man? He was over the Yahudim. They looked at, when they finally denoted him with him being the ruler over Yasharal was when? This was in his greatest trial of his death. He had proved himself noteworthy when he was over Yahudim, when he taught how he ruled, how he healed, how he fed. Because he was proving to his Abba that I can rule over all. Okay? Look at Yosef. He told us about his Kalamut. That's why his brother wanted to kill him. Yeah, I was asleep. I woke up, man. I looked up. They're like, okay, I've been asleep. Yeah, but when I was asleep, I seen all y'all. And I seen some sheaves in the air. That's when you take it out of the field, you tie it and you wrap them, the sheep, you have them standing up. He said it was 11 of them. There were 12. He said all 11 had fell to the ground at the one sheep that was mine. They like, so you trying to say that we gonna bow down ourselves to you? He said, I had another one too. He said, the Shamash, the Yarick, the moon, he said, and all the Kukabin, the star, he said, they all gave obedience to me. His daddy said, son, you trying to say me and your mother and all your brothers gonna bow to you? He said, what I said? They said, boy, you dreaming. But and now, this is a great feat, he told him. His first rulership came after he had been sold over into captivity in Mizraim. And guess who he ruled over? He ruled over his Adon, his master's house. From there, he fell and he went to prison. Now, when he had reared him up, when he exalted him, Ram, like Ram is the Abri word for exalted. After he was exalted, then he put him over all of Mizraim as the second ruler. But look what he had to prove himself at first. When she came to test him, to try to see what his love had he become, because he gave him something. Look, he want to make sure first, you're not lusting at what your master have, are you? You're not looking to try to take him to get what your master have, do you? And when she came, he let him know, he said, listen, everything that my done have, he don't even know what he got. I know, and I keep it. And I hadn't took nothing. Everything he gave me the privilege to do whatever I want with whatever he has. He only thing he know is the bread that go in his mouth. He said, and you are off limits to me. You can forget it. He had to prove himself. From now, he failed. But look where he went to. Second high ruler in Mizraim. Let me tell y'all something else people don't realize. See, our story of what we believe ain't just in a King James version, American version, or any other version. They got our stories on their walls in Mizraim. See, even when it come down to Musha, they got period times of rulers and symbolism that show their rulers. Musha symbolism is a little different, which showed that they knew they had a ruler that they knew did not come from them. But yet he still ruled. They can go back to showing their record to show everybody know it. The Greeks got our story. Listen, the Greeks don't have a story about Buddhism. Nobody has these people's story. Everybody got our story. The Greeks got it. The Latins got it. You understand? All of Europe has our, listen, all these people have our story. We're the only people that lost this information. We've been separated from it. And you know why they did it purposely? Because it was all about angling in position again. Why they think they moved you? If you stayed, your knowledge in you would have done this. So when it came down, I moved you. Missed. That's what it's called when you commit kata, isn't it? You. That's what they did to you. They moved you, so now you missed them all. So this is knowledge that you don't have. This is knowledge that become argumentative because you're telling from a different standpoint. Y'all got it? It's kind of hard to tell somebody you can defeat when you down. You got to be up to do that. See, it's all about angling. Even when they wrestle, everything's about angling. Running is about angling. Elementary, you run like this. And you start realizing it takes away from a discipline. And at the same time, while you think you're going forward, you're also losing because you're throwing things out of line. That's amazing. They go to the chiropractor. What you go to the chiropractor for? Why? Why you need alignment? As long as you're living right, as long as you're saved, it's amazing. Your back needs, because once your back out of line, what happens with your leg? Amazing things start hurting. Because what is he trying to show you? When things get out of line, it's not good for you. All right, come on, fit this out. Y'all ain't gonna make it long. I ain't gonna try to beat y'all. I can see I'm somewhere y'all ain't, and I'm too with that. But you don't realize you haven't made no forward progress. Football, they give you what, 3 plays. Most of the time, 3 plays and out. If I was you, I wouldn't risk it on 4th. Chris, Bostic, y'all know when you play. 4th and 50, I'm going for it.
End of the game only.
Huh?
Only for end of the game.
That the only reason makes sense. These folks finna go 4th and 50 million. I wouldn't even go for it. It's too far gone. You ain't gonna get no 40. 4 and 50 million, what you thinking? 4th down, 50 million yards. Don't even go for it. It's done. Punt. You can't punt. It's way off. It's done. That's right. You out. And that's what you about to put. Really, you really got 3 plays to get this done. Okay. I'm trying to help y'all out. But here we go. All right. So he told y'all about this. Here on Shama-E and Shama, which is the listen what?
Oh,
we don't think he used Shama. He was different. But we know what Shama is listen intelligent. Oh, arise. For Yahuwah.
speaks, Benin might have reared and brought up.
See that? He want everybody to recognize him. He want everybody to pay attention to this. Shamaine and us. Amazing when he told Cuff, listen, when Cuff identified who he was, do y'all know he aligned himself by that? Because he came back and let him know who he was. It's on the right. You know why? I'm going to tell you who you are. And I'm going to give you keys. Why would you give a man keys? Trust him. That's true too. So he can unlock. So you got knowledge that's locked up. Why he talk about getting his man keys? They understood that because it's locked.
Right.
It's locked.
Right.
You can't get to it.
Right.
So I gave you the key, not keys that he said he used. I gave you the key point to unlocking information, to align yourself. Now, whatever you do here, it's going to be done up there. Whatever you say here, it's going to be spoken up there. So how important that has to be for us? Because he told him that. Is everything you say is said up there? Amazing what you say only stay there. What he said, it stood with up there. If you bound it here, I'm going to bound it up there. So that tells me it's two ways to break strongholds or hold things down. Not just say, this is why I tell y'all people can't stop me. Because what you saying can only work here. It don't have no power there.
Right.
It has to be. Why would he telling him whatever he bound here can be bound up down?
Right.
Then they bound Shamshun. So why did he break out? Why did he break out?
They had no power there.
Because they couldn't bound him up down. As a matter of fact, when they brought him out there and they had took his own that they thought had took away appearance or not, that's why it's so important to obtain an inner knowledge. Because these people can naturally take your eyes out. He only told you about the ooms because this is practical for us based off of your five senses. The seeing, the hearing, the tasting, the smell, and the feeling. So that's practical. But you actually can see outside of just your natural eye. So this is where you start moving with Shamshun. When they took Shamshun, all he had to do was place his hand so he could see the pillar.
To feel.
Why did he need to touch him?
He had no sight.
But you see how the senses are? He needed to feel him though. So he still worked within his feeling. And guess what he knew when he touched him? He said everything on earth worked. He aligned himself again. He did just like Yahushua, he asked for it to give him the strength. Because he knew I had aligned myself. And I'm grounded. I just need to touch him so I can feel it. Hello? That's how he brought the building down. He sought strength higher than himself. Hello? Remember, his greatest feat was in his death, not in his living. All these guys run around their house, they're going to tell you about how he killed the Ari. Let's get past that. As far as you got, I'm like, nigga, I'm past that. We're talking about a strength he unlocked without his hair. They said how big they didn't pay attention. His hair had started to grow back. But look at the intelligence he had took on from the fall when he lost his eyes. You know your body is naturally deemed that if you lose something else kick in. If you cut my right arm off my left arm, my brain, my body would need to function everything in my left hand. And it'd be bad if I caught you in my left hand, I'd choke you out. That's how your body learned how to, listen, it can't kill that time when we done because of the right arm. Unless you mentally take on that intelligence. Your body naturally knows to function that strength back over that's used there. We're going to put that on everything here. And we're going to put it on the legs. So he lost his eye. He learned how to still function. And even to his inner strength to try to grasp something. He had to show your hair is your failure. You lost that. So I gave him an inner lurking strength that he knew to call on Yahuwah and grant him this one time. And all he needed to do was to feel. Even when the woman who had the issue of blood for all those years, what did she have to do to Yahushua? Remember how she waved at him? What was it? She had to touch it. Why she need to touch it? Why she need to touch it?
Line.
Why he can just speak the word? See, we haven't been using everything he's given us because one has been fear. All of us, we all got fear. Please don't feel bad because I said fear. Everybody got fear. Everybody got fear. Fear being alone, fear dying by yourself, fear not being liked, feel like people you're ugly, feel like it's all kind of fears you got, and you ain't gonna get rid of them. You just gotta bypass them. That's how you need to just bypass them. I still gotta get to where I'm going. So I just gotta bypass it. Hello? Does it mean it ain't there because you bypass it? I just gotta get around it. At the end of the day, what you gonna do? Huh? That's it. You know what they did with 285? Who know what 285 is?
Bypass.
I don't know why they call it expressway. It's a bypass. It's just to get you around. Man, I'm headed going out 20 going west. As soon as I got past west of Chapel, man, that thing locked down. I'm stuck. I can't get downtown unless I bypass. See? That's how you would do it. He'll let it happen for you just like that. And you know why he let that bypass get on there? It's because you're a man, and that's how you understand. Because you keep thinking so much stuff gonna hold y'all. He said you could although the shorter distance between 2 points is a
Straight line.
sometimes you gotta bypass. Hello?
Yes, sir.
That's what he gave us to do. Bypass these people. Why you think they got other lanes? Because sometimes people gonna hold you up, go around. Hello? So you don't do excuse me come back for a second. Excuse me. Hello, John. Yes. My brother called. You know what my brother said? He said somebody else is so saved. We read enough with that check. The need to try to have too much on. Nobody can come around here. Look, turn that way right now. You drive them behind you. They about fast. You come on. Come with your stupid self. Come on. Get it. You're so stupid. Get out the way, stupid self. Holding me. Why you even got to drive like you so doing retarded? Make me sick. It's not just going around and stop. Waste that. I put too much energy in this. Mm-hmm. I put too much energy in this. It's easy to go around than to keep. And this is what we do. I'd rather keep going. I ain't going nowhere. He gonna move. He gonna know. That means while they're cussing, he in front of me. He looking at the road in front of him. He might look at me. This is a lot of exerted energy when I can go around. So you got to start learning how to bypass and when you need to just go around sometimes. Hello? Yes, sir. That's what we did. Well, okay, let's look at this. Well, with bypassing, how they work, 285. We'll do that. Give me a situation. Hand, 285. Book. 285. Go around to get it done. Let's do that. Please don't think with your hand in the air. Think before you raise. Do you feel like your husband finna get a check? All right, here you go. Before he answers, check or no check, Brett? All right, let's go. Go ahead. All right. Austin, let's go. That ain't what I wanted. He talked about there was a shorter way, but he took him around. You could look at that one. That's not what I'm looking at. But I won't get him a check. He got a half a check. He used about, in Mizraim, we came out Mizraim, the writing told us that he could have took us a shorter way. He said, but we would have fainted, so he took us around. That's a good one, because a bypass. Well, we could look at, also I was looking at a star. Her name is Hadassah. Her Babylonian name is a star. That's why you got people, they tell them, notice when you had either come years ago, they said, I'm a star. That's what they would say, people, they'll use the word Esther. But the word is a star. That's what they would call it. It was a star. So when the Malak when they had given out a decree to kill all the Yahudim, Mordecai, who they call Mordecai, he went around it in order to get it accomplished. That's how he went to Hadassah in order to get it accomplished. So he bypassed to get the order to get it to where it needs to go to get it done. And that's what we got to look at the end of the day is whatever it takes to get it done. A lot of times we let decrees come on us and we just stop and feel like people will stop something. Let me tell you something. The only way people stop stuff if you allow it. There's always an avenue, a source, and a way to get things done. You just got to do it, and you got to be make sure that you're minded to know what your reasoning is for why you do what you're doing. A lot of things that make you look soft and simple and dumb. It's just you start learning when you exert energy, you start looking at where does it put you at when you got the long fight. I remember years ago, Boston, when he would do the camps for kids down there, we went to Florida. They was out there, Bryson just out. They brought Bryce, he down there just throwing the ball and going. I said, Bryce, need to come here with highs. You know, be all right. He just throw him in the camera. They just throwing and going. That camp started, man, Bryce probably laughed. It was terrible. Look at Bryce. The body back there laughing. He ain't laughing. I kept telling him to. I said, I need to drink that coconut water. I said, listen, I want food that Gatorade. Wonderful, but he was like, you must work for them people. I said, no, I don't work for them. I know what work though. That stuff there ain't no good. Man, Bright peeked out so bad, it was terrible. Man, he got in that field. There was how they clock. They like, they gonna run the far. They like, go. Bright went. They were watching. They like, they hit that clock there. I said, oh, he lied on the weapon. He had them peeked out so bad out there practicing, throwing, messing around before the training camp started. So he just lost it. But they said, They taught you to do that up there in Georgia. So what kind of school that you go to? It was real, but they like he went to a special ed school. So they football though. I don't know why they thought the school was special ed. Florida serious about football.
Oh, yeah.
Florida and Texas is so serious about football. I mean, you get killed by this stuff. They look at him, they like, anybody gonna kill you? Because you're not coming on the field. But just looking at what does it take to source yourself to be able to keep going, you can exert a lot of energy doing things and you not being practical in looking at the long end game. Just like with football, a lot of times you gotta look at the long end game. You got a lot of people come out peaking early, they'll die by it. You got friends, they said, I'm not impressed with one quarter. It's 4 quarters of the game. Mm-hmm. I want to see how long you can do it. Or I look at my best game gonna be for you. It's a lot of people, they practice for the 3rd and the 4th. They already know if people come out that first quarter, they got it, they energize up. Shoot, man, by the time I had time, they burnt. After had time, they done. They like, man, I gave you what I got. I'm done. So you looking at, I'm third, 4th quarter man. This is when I start shining on you. This is when I'm gonna really work you. And this is what you gotta look at. You gotta start looking at your end game. A lot of times people keep looking at the start, but he even told you better was the beginning of a thing, end of a thing, Dan, because you might not finish. You might not finish. So I'm not really impressed when people start out. I wanna see how long you can do it.
That's right.
Y'all get what I'm saying?
Right.
Even he told you the race now is giving him that endure when?
To the end.
You said the one that start out good? So guess what we start looking at? Soon we take out somebody get in front of us, I'm trying to ring catch them. I forgot about the end game. You might be ringing somebody, they practice to say, if I can at least, I know I start dying out, but if I can at least get them around to this leg, you know what I'm saying? I keep enough lead that when they cut it on, I'm still in. A lot of people practice like that. They'll practice on, I know ain't on long distance run, I can be beaten. But if I get enough stretch on you on the start, I'm counting on that when you kick in to go, that I'll at least be able to hold on and maybe by chance I can beat you at the end. There's some guy that practice on, I know ain't a start guy. I got a pace, which means I got to set you. When I'm running, I'm pacing you. I can't let you get but so far in order for me to pick up at the end and pick up. This stuff I shouldn't be telling you, but you should know anyway. You pacing a person, so I know at the end, I can kick in, I'm looking to start trying to double step you. For every step you take, I'm trying to get 2 down. And before you know it, I'm walking to you. Then I'm looking at, I need to try to pull away from you. But it's all about if you're looking at the end game. See, a lot of us in here, we look at the start.
Right.
We look at the start. There's a lot of folks got pretty start look. You see some folks do stuff, you're like, man, stuff look good. But you got to remember, they ain't in no game. But some folk, boy, can shout about, so you look at woo. Then let them get a fight. You say, that stuff don't work like that. Everybody gonna wait, let you hit them and set back and talk. Like, this stuff ain't working out no street. If folks swoop you up out the ground, you're gonna be dunked. You be like, that stuff don't work like that. But it looks good, because you're not actually doing it, so you don't see it being practical. When it comes to salvation, what we got is very much doable, it's very much practical. But you gotta start looking at and how to source your strength. Y'all got it?
Yes, sir.
Daoud told you he looked to, what was it? Hills, which what come well? So what, let's do this. I look to the hills, which come in my help, and I stay in the house, and I ain't got no windows. Boy, the Lord is keeping me. Anytime something go on, I can feel, when I feel like I'm going down, y'all can see that? Hello, I'm in the house. No window. So where he gonna line himself at? I gotta line myself to where the hill's at. I just told you I look to the hill. That's where my help come from. So I gotta line myself where I set myself. It don't make sense to do something to put myself out when I can't gather back into strength. So that keeps me in a certain dwelling. People tell that stuff. They live in low life. They live in the Mojave Desert. Ain't no mountains out there. So where your strength come from then, Chris? See, Daoud was able to source his strength. Where's your strength come from? Then look at where you stand. Like he just said, Yahuwah. Where are you at with Yahuwah?
That's right.
See what I'm saying? So now these are mere words. How many people quote that? I look to the hills, which come my help. My help come. Y'all see how I'm looking to the hill? Where the hills at in here? So what are you doing there? No, you in Atlanta, Georgia. We in Rockdale. Where's your hill? Cause if it's Arabian Mount, I'm finna slap you with a spit on my hand. No good way in no hill. You know, that's an ant mound. You know what kind of mountains, you know what kind of hards we got over in our area? Man, you got stuff top of, listen, burning up on the ground, snow on the top. It's so hot. It look like the clouds just surround it. This is how hot it is. So I'm looking at some greater, bigger feet that keeps me looking up, that keeps me aligning myself. He put Yasharal down in the valley. See, everything, listen, it's sinners. So when the water come up, where it go? Down. Especially when they're running down the mountains, it's coming down. So think of, oh, snow-capped mountains. What that water like? Cooling water. See that, after it runs so far, it purifies itself on rocks. You know what I'm saying? The algae, other things, everything he did, he aligned it that way. It only makes sense that when he did things, it aligned themselves that they made sense. I put you in a low valley where, listen, when the rain comes, it can stay. You know what I'm saying? You can have streams. You can have rivers that constantly flow. You can have lakes and all these different things. He aligned them where they can have it, which made the soil rich. All these things so important. People just look at, you know, just Yahuwah doing. Oh, he don't just say, Barak, I create. He creates the situation to allow. You ain't just by chance. He searched the whole of rocks before he brought them out Mizraim and said, found it. He kept another thing. Cause think about it. Of course he knew. But the time period allowed them to realize it was this special for you. I was making sure it was in preparation. I will take this much time to make sure it's right for you. How much time will you take to make sure you're right for him? He told you 430. He told you going to be in there 400 years. What was he counting? Hands. That's tight. What was he counting? Years. So when I said 430, what you thought I was thinking? Minutes? Doom, doom, doom. Doom, doom, doom. Doom, 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 doom. Doom, 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 doom. Doom, doom, doom. Doom, 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 doom. Doom, doom. That check coming, Chris. What was he using? We got one. We got bigger. Generations. How you get Tuladar? They were counting Tuladar? That's tight. What you gonna say, Big Cook? Don't try to get out the way now. That man a bad. He had a hand. He went invisible. So nobody know he was counting. Let me tell you something. Hold on. Hold on. Let me ask you a question. Did you look it up? You weren't looking it up? All right, read your note. What was it? The fullness of time. To align the fullness of time. My brother called that. No mind. Let remember something. Let's do with this. How do we count days? Sundown to sundown. Sundown to sundown. From Kashat to Kashat. In the middle of the day run. Kashat, we count that. That's how we deplete a day. After we get about 7 of what we got? A week. After we get about 4 of them or so, what do we got? A Kodash. That's a Yari. That's a month. They would call it Kodash is what we call it. So right, Kodash. So after we do that, after we get about 12 or so of them, maybe 13, depending we add one cause at a time, what do we have? Shana, a year, okay? So you know that. So they were using that, but you need something else, which means now you're using the Shama'ims. This is what he was trying to get you to use. You're using the Shama'im to get these times I just gave you, correct? How do you get your darkness? How do you get your light? You don't get it from him. You're using the Shama'im. You need something here. You need something here. Because remember, you need 2 witnesses. See, this is where you fell asleep. You need 2 witnesses. So I gave you a second witness. I told you until the time of the Amorites be fulfilled. Sometimes it might cloud. So you'll miss it. You ain't never seen the cloud come right. You can't even tell when it rains. So you can't see you don't see no clouds. Nothing is raining. So you might not be able to use that, even though you still got sunset to sunset, for your days. So I need to give you more than one witness, because sometimes some might give off in the Shemaim, you might miss it. But I tell you this, how about the time of the Amorites be fulfilled? Because remember, you needed an ox in the Shemaim, and you need an ox on the rise. That's how you align things. Pay attention to what's going on here. Pay attention to what's going on down here. This is how you're going to align it. See, things are out of line. He's bringing it back in the line. I need you to pay attention to these different things that's happening, okay? Let me finish this up, and I'm trying to finish up what I had over there. please. Let's see. I'm talking a little wild. Are y'all getting it? Y'all think? Okay, let's see. Come on to the next one. We already read this?
No, we hadn't finished.
Oh, sorry. Bring me down here. So, we'll ask them to listen for Yahuwah speaks. Benin.
I have reared and brought up.
So you know what rear? Let's see reared. Reared. Bring up and care for a child until they are
Fully grown.
fully grown, especially in a particular manner or
Place.
See? That's what he was trying to tell them. I reared them. Isn't that amazing? You heard, how many, we heard people you reared up and reared before. People don't tell you, the people say, I raised children, which is the same. You know what I'm saying? Or I'm raising children. So people don't realize actually sometimes what you're saying to bring up and care for. So he didn't just say, I cared for them when I brought them out. See, you need to know that. I didn't just bring, I cared for them. These kids basically slapped me back in my face. I told y'all before when he brought them out, he would always refer to them because he would let you know they growth spurts. He kept calling the children. He told you, let my son go. My son is a baby. Why you think he didn't let them fight? People try, he could have let them fight. You can't let them, who's going to let their baby fight? Who going to let their baby fight?
That's right.
He like, I'm going to fight for you. He was trying to show the distance of a father. A father does not come get his little brand new baby and say, fight. No, I will fight for, I came to bring you out. I didn't come for you to bring yourself out. I came to bring you out. And as I kept grooming you, I started changing my conversation. I kept stopped referring you as the children of Yasharal, and I started referring to you as Yasharal. That's why I told you I've grown them. I'm not going to be calling you, people don't pay attention to the conversation. He stopped calling them the children of. Would you agree about it? He would not call, he called them who they were. Because now you're coming into your own. You are coming into your own. That's the whole end, to get you to come into your own. And a lot of us, we're still children. He told you how to be children. In malice, and understanding, be mature. He told you to be grown in understanding. And the problem is, you're a child in understanding. And then you grown when it come down to doing something you ain't got no business. So he's trying to get you, so guess what happened? You out of line.
Right, right.
You got the character, they just out of line. Sometimes you got, they probably no doubt they shooting production on film. They got to say, stop. What, hold on. That's not even your line. I'm sorry. For me to be efficient, what I do, I try to learn the whole script. Okay, that's good, but you just read somebody else's line. That's not your line. Now you find out you're out of line. This has been our problem. You're supposed to be children when somebody trying to get you to do wrong. As you come and go rape these hoes. I can't get that. I can't get that. You know, I'm not there. That's how he's supposed to be. When it comes to things that he understands, he's supposed to be mature. You're supposed to be a man. You're supposed to be solid. You're supposed to be firm in your decision making. Sound. That's what sound is. Firm in your decision making. Y'all got it? All right, come on back to what we had. This is what he did when he brought them. This is what he did when he brought them up. What'd they do?
But they have revolted against me.
See that? Let's see what revolt means. You ain't got to put the D, ED. The ED just let us know these were action taken. Raised in rebellion. That's what he found out they did. I brought them out and they rebelled against me. This is what we do. You fought back with me. That's dangerous. Come on. Let's go back to what we have. Verse 3.
An ox knows his owner.
This one you really dumb. This is such an intelligent. That a bakar knows his owner.
And a chamor his Adon's manger. But Yasharal does not know. My arm do not understand. Allah's Kata Gui.
See that?
Arm laden with iniquity, a seed of Rosha doers. Banim that are corrupters. They have abandoned Yahuwah. They have despised the Kodash one of Yasharal.
What did they do?
They have gone away backward.
So this is a direction. This was a direction that they had gone away backwards. We use symbolism. We can use when it came down to Newark. Remember when he was in the tent? When Shem and them came in and they found that he was naked, him and mom, they came and they covered him, but they told you how they went in. Is that the normal way to go in? Why did they go in backwards? Because they didn't want to see it. Guess what he just told you? What did he just tell you about them?
Going away backwards.
Somebody said they're wretched. That they had gone away backwards. They positioned themselves so they couldn't see. I gave them a way to go. Remember, they came out of Mizraim, they were following in the steps of. Wherever the yard went, they followed. Wherever the cloud went, they followed. But now, they have gone away backwards. It makes sense when they told them, cause him to move from us. 30th chapter, 38, Yeshayahu. I know we had the 24th chapter. Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
If we don't get this right, y'all, listen, the thing is wrapping up faster than what we know, okay?
Yes.
While we're sitting here, everything is unfolding.
Yes.
Other things are unfolding. Y'all know what, who they got hit with that earthquake? Afghanistan, y'all heard they got hit with an earthquake the other day? They got hit with another one too. Another one, 6.3 right behind us. Who is shaking these places up? Know the way you find most of your devastation? India. Over in China, over in the region area where we would have dwelt. They getting the heart of destruction. And nobody paying attention. Because all these people have faked their identities.
Mm-hmm. No
No different than us.
Yeah.
You done faked yours.
Yeah.
You walk around with weave and all that foolishness on you looking stupid, trying to look like some people you make absolutely. Well, the same thing happened with us.
Yeah.
We faked our identities. We took on the other religions to fit in to be comfortable with these people.
Yeah.
To try to make it look fashionable versus people being identified to say it's something different about us. That's why he took the gold and stuff off of them.
Yeah.
That's why he stripped it down to well-set hair. Because I don't want you looking like that. Because after a while, you look too fat. People say, oh, that ain't no religion. That's just a fashion. No, this is what I believe.
That's right. That's right.
The women that cut their hair, they ain't going to let nobody tell them there's no rag and no skeleton. That's their hijab. They said, this is my hijab. There's not no rag or no scarf. It's a hijab. They look at it, I'm not giving them my hijab. I'm not doing it. But France passed law, they said want them off of them. They told them, well, yeah, they said people feel uncomfortable at the beach. Yeah, they passed a law, they can't wear it at the beach. They can't wear, listen, they go to the beach, everything covered, eyes, everything. The people in France, they said no. They said I don't like it. They can't be out here like that. They need to take their clothes off. Because they shame them. Yeah, they don't want it on them. They in the water in the ocean, they covered all the way down the ocean, their hand covered, they got their stuff on, and they said no. Them folks, they said no. They're not appropriately dressed. They can't be out here like that because you know them folks look there. They shaming us.
Yeah.
They're embarrassed. And now they done knuckled down, kowtowed down, but we're trying to get people to see, he said, that you put a difference between. I know y'all wearing, you can't style off with these people. You can look nice, keep yourself up, but you don't want people to mistake you. This ain't no style. This is what I live. This is my life. Come on. Now go.
Write it on a table before them and inscribe it on a scroll.
Hold on, write it before them? If I write it before them, what they gonna be able to do? I want to see trying to teach them something. Write it before them and inscribe it on a scroll that it may be
for the latter Yum until Alam.
Until forever. Let's see what he's talking.
For this is a rebellious arm.
Oh my goodness. Is he saying anything different he said in the first one? Because he's saying because they revolted against me. That's why I want you to write it so they can see it. I want it to be notated and put it in the scrolls. And it ain't for them. It's for Romans 15:4. It's for the latter days. Think about it. I wrote it where they can see it, but it ain't even for you.
Right.
How you got to feel about that? You see me sit here making, I'm here my wife making something, sit here, I'm saying, that thing sure look good. Boy, I want to give me some of that down. And she said, oh, this ain't for you. You're like, who that for?
Right.
Oh, this for the latter time. But I'm right here now. I'm seeing, she said, it's for the latter time.
Right.
That's what he was letting them see. He looking at this. I ain't killing no more time with you. This for some more people. Did y'all see? I let them see it in their days, but it ain't for you.
Wow.
They sit here looking. The boy there making, he cooking the bar. He cooking the bar. And then he found out he is cooking, but it ain't for you. It ain't for you. It ain't for you.
Wow.
It's for the latter. It's for Romans 15:4.
Oh.
All right, listen. He told you why. For this is
A rebellious arm.
that's why it wasn't for them. Why am I gonna give it to him? You done jumped up to fight me. Why am I gonna get? Why is it for you? I done raised and brought you up. You done fought me. This ain't even for you. Listen.
False beneath.
See that? Oh, what I told you, false. You're pretending. Look at false beneath. Kind of like your code was. You just sat here and put this stuff on and played me the whole time. That's it. Look at you played me the whole time. He said false, but this is what you rebels and you false. So it's not for you. It's for people coming after you that's going to learn from what you've done. Listen why.
Benim, who are not willing to shama to the Torah of Yahuwah.
Listen intelligent to the law of your existing one.
Yes,
Come
sir.
on.
Who say to the seers.
Oh my goodness. Remember in Yeshayahu in chapter 1, what did he tell you there was? 1:1? Kazum. So this something he was dreaming? I see this.
Mm-hmm.
He said that's why it ain't for you. Because this is what you say when somebody tries to tell you what they saw. Listen.
Who say to the seers, you do not see Kazum, and to the Nabaim.
Hold on for a minute. You don't see that. You don't see that. No, you don't. Stop it. Don't even say that to her. Don't even say it. You don't see that. What else?
And to the Nabaim, you do not naba to us what is Sadiq.
Let's see what Naba is. Can we look up Naba? Should it be steady flow? Or it depends? What is it? N-A-B-U-A-H? Or N-A-B-A-H? Huh? That's a different one they're using now. That's a different, he said using a different one. They're not using Naba. Use what they're using, because it's going to be a different. When that gun popping, I just heard. Come on, lady. Come on, my brother Jay called. You really good in the spirit, too, ain't you? The spirit of pop. Pop that check right on up there, too. Kaza. Kaza is the word you to gaze at, to perceive, to contemplate with pleasure, to have a vision here. To have a vision. Oh, Lord, prophesy. Because they're going to say prophesy not unto us right things. So, kaza is what they're using. Y'all got it? Kaza or haza. Remember, they're using the CH. They're saying that the ka, that I'm telling you that double H, and they put the double H to let you know how the sound will be. It'll be like a hot, because you put a double H beside each other, which is typically not practical in English, but they don't understand they didn't use a CH. So no doubt with the Latins, when they took our writings, the Greeks, they looked at, for them, they would use a CH to be a symbolism versus it's a double H. It's the remember, it's what you're saying when you're doing a when they use the they're saying this is what you have. And not this. The CH look a little funny. Can y'all see that? So they're saying when you're doing the that you're actually saying not. And the reason why they're saying that this is this because this is a wall. That's why I'm going what they say, not CH. Because remember, the is actually a wall. That's what they put up the wall, okay? So when you're enunciating the symbol, this is how you enunciate the symbol. This is what we talked about again, what we talked about, transliterating. So you're writing in order to pronounce what this is. The is a wall, okay? They're saying ka. They're trying to put a CH there for the sound. But the symbol for it is this. And all they did in order to create what you call a H today is erase a couple of lines. And now you have what you would call today a H. That's how they create it from your writings. Okay? That makes sense? You just kind of, it's just stuff I watch about them, and you need to know, this is the problem. If you don't know what your enemy uses against you, then you're constantly being bombarded with it. By the time you fight it off, like these diseases that's coming out here, typically what you try to do with diseases is to get them so you can learn them. You try to get someone so you can start to learn from getting a specimen so you can start to learn where did it originate from. This is what they try to look at. When did this virus originate? Does it transmutate or does it keep the same? Then they'll start running tests with different animals, trying to see based off of certain animals that are sick versus our animals that are well, so you can kind of come up with a conclusion on how it occurs, what's typically the deficits of it, and whether or not the mortality rate. All these things you're trying to look at. How many people, how many rats can I inject this in? How many rats recover? Typically what your body does with virus, your body is constantly taking in viruses, because viruses are always around. People, then you're a virus. That's the problem, you're a virus. So your body takes the virus and it starts to build. When it takes it takes, and your body uniquely takes it, and it starts to formulate how to keep it from becoming more detrimental. So it'll start trying to build itself up, what we call become immune. It starts to build up an immune to where it comes, I can fight it off. I don't allow it to come in and start to just overtake me. Y'all got it? What your body does is what you haven't been doing when sin comes. He needs you to learn that about your body. You never knew it except science. That's how important science is.
Right.
That your body takes part and it builds from to say, we're good with that one.
Right.
Don't have to worry about that.
Right, right.
You can inject it in like the polio disease. We don't typically look at working at polio. You get polio from roaches. A lot of them that carry these diseases too. So your body, when you inject it, your body took it in and your body built an immune system. They said, polio going around. You said, I ain't worried about it. I already got a defense against it. See, he needs you to learn that because you're a man. So now we're telling you the sin going around. Where you at? You ain't worried about it because you got immune against it. You hadn't. So when you ingested katan and you found out how detrimental and deadly it was, you supposed to do like these people do that when the corona came out. You should have went and got an antidote for it. So they come, it don't take you down. It don't have any effect over you. That's the purpose of the word. Now we're taking the word as the antidote for every illness and every sickness and every situation you got, but you use it when it's convenient for you. That's why you keep getting overtaken in situations. Okay. It's all about where you at. Okay. Who say to the seers.
You do not see Kazum.
And to the Nabaim.
You do not Naba. Well.
And what did we say it was? He said you don't Naba, right? Let's see what they say. You don't gaze at it correctly.
Kaza.
You don't perceive it. You don't perceive. What you say?
Kaza.
But you still pronounce it with the CH. Or they use the CH, and I play with it with them. But let me just see the symbol for the why I'm saying what I say. How about that? You take it how you want to take it. I'm just telling you what let's just look at what it say. Okay, this is the operate chart. Blow it up for them. Look at this. Y'all see that symbol?
Yes, sir.
If you take this line out right here, that line right there, what letter do you have?
H.
You see how they're doing it? See what this is? This is the tent wall. The wall outside that divides, or you can put it in half. So this is how important they saw the wall was. The wall separate. When he told them to come out and had a separation or a divide, they knew it from this. See, everything for them was symbolism. It wasn't something saying I was taught in school how to know. It's all symbolism. They knew that wall divided. Listen, everybody that keeping Shabbat was inside the wall because Nakum Yapeh, the walls were closed. So if you're on the other side of that wall saying you keeping it, we don't believe nothing you said. Because you are separate from, this is the divide that separates between us. It's also for protection. So everything he gave you with the word, we see it as the, you see what I'm saying? Because it's a divide, it separates. Y'all got it? So just like when he came down, when Yasharal got caught at the Red Yam. Now, what did you wind up finding out he put between them and Mizraim? He put a wall between them. He used the that put a divide between them. That whole later, they couldn't cross over to Yasharal, and Yasharal couldn't go back. It kept them from doing what? Going backward. Because look, they kids. Let me tell you something. You get a brand new little baby, and I'm not trying to call you no baby. Please don't. And I'm not. Let me use someone. They're gonna try. Come on, Pastor. Hypothetically, he's a new baby walker, just starting to walk. You know what I'm typically do? Let him hold my finger, hold the other hand, hold their hand or something like that. Or he walking, I'm gonna have my hand behind like he kind of fall back. Cause I don't want to, cause I gotta make sure I keep him up. He's a babe. So I gotta make sure I keep him up. I'm walking with, look at him, he go, cause I'm not stupid. I let him go, he'll mess around and he could fall. Or I might let him take my hand so he could get you. Who told you? I took you by the hand when I brought you. Y'all remember you kick a little bit, you walk, you'll put your hand like here and let him, so they can walk, kind of helping to kind of guide. He said, that's what I did when I came and got you. I took you by the hand. Because you was a babe. So you understand where you were. Y'all got it? Yes, you need to understand where you were and where he's trying to get you to until you were able to stand on your own. Okay? So I want you to understand why I'm kind of on the wall of the double H versus the CH sound. Y'all got to try and make the CH, the ha make sense, because this was symbol. Give me the symbol for a CH. This was symbolism that they knew that meant that's a wall. That's outside. Y'all got it? So on the other, he told you for without a who? Who else? Sorcerer. Who else? Hormone and everything that what? That love it and make it the lie. Guess where they at? You're on the other side of this, buddy. That's how important, that's what that meant to them. When they saw it, based off of positioning, I know where you at. You're on the outside of that wall. I'm saved. I love the Lord. You can talk all you want to. Son, you're on the other side of that wall. That wall also was presented to let them know, it was symbolism to let them know where you're at. Okay. Listen, it's small knowledge, but it's knowledge you need to pay attention to. It's knowledge that you need to pay attention to. Y'all got it? It's things that you really need to pay attention. And the reason why you need to pay attention to it, you're trying to walk in the steps of some people that you can't possibly walk in their steps unless you understand things the way they understood it. That's what they meant. They knew if you was on the other side of that wall, you just wasting time. Everybody with them was inside the wall. You're on the outside the wall. Y'all got it? They understood it from the best. When he told you that a don don't tell a bard, a servant, everything he does. They looked at where does a servant stay inside of a house versus where does the master stay. They had slaves that stayed in the house, but they didn't sleep. Did they keep the slave in the master bedroom? No. You don't stay there. You stay somewhere because it's not yours and you're not permanently affixed. He looked at people that are permanently affixed. They're like me or my kid. They gone. They got their own place. They know they can come home. They can always come back home. They have that connection. On a bus, somebody work for me and understand. They probably help them home. Oh, you finna get yourself hurt. When you left, you should never show back up here because that's not the relationship. See what I'm saying? A child can abide. He said they can stay forever.
That's right. That's right.
Okay. So let's do this. What make you think he gonna let you in the house? Why is he gonna let you in the house when he put it up here? Okay, that's the answer. Why is he gonna let you in the house? Why is he gonna receive you to himself? Why? What are you doing that puts you into those relationships? As a bride or as a being, as an inheritor? So nothing puts you in a relationship. So it's not practical for you to try to ensue salvation unless you understand relationships. Y'all got it? That's why we're looking at it. You need to understand the importance of the wall. The teeth. You need to understand what this meant. The basket contained. When I get a basket and I put some in the basket, how many of y'all got a basket you put some and it jumped out the basket? It don't do that, do it? Because it's contained. It's kept. That's what he's looking at the people. When he talked about him coming back here, he talked about gathering. What do you think he's going to do when he gathers? He's going to put them somewhere where they can be contained, where they can be kept, where they don't have to get out. They understood that because this was a process they did whenever they went out and they started to gather from the fields. They understood you take a teat so you can contain it. He told you in your patience, what you supposed to do? Contain it. contain it, keep it where it don't get out. So when he gave these different orders, these commands, they understood it because they had a relationship where this is something they did as a life. Y'all got what I'm saying? We don't typically do it as a life. We do it when? Wednesday, Friday night, Saturday. We'll use their name. So what are we doing Tuesday, Thursday, Sunday? What are we doing the rest of the days? See? That's the problem right there. This got to be something you got to do daily. He told you to take up your how?
Daily.
I picked up mine that morning. He said, so what was you doing Friday? Oh, I had to work on Saturday, Friday. Well, I had to get ready for the show. And what was you doing Wednesday? He said, I want you to do it daily. So every day it's the same routine. So you see why they were able to do it. You're doing the same routine every day. So now it almost kind of like, it's muscle memory. Don't they tell that? A boss, it's muscle memory. Something he just know, I do this all the time. It's some fight, they don't want to fight, they want to stay in it. When they're young, I want to keep fighting because I know I need to make sure I keep it in practice. I need to keep it in a discipline. And with us, we don't do that. We want to fight every now and then. So when it's time to fight, that's why you wind up losing because you haven't been staying active on what you're doing. Does it make sense to y'all? Yes, oh no, you're looking mighty crazy. Looking mighty crazy. All right, let's go back to what we had. All right, so who say to the seer, you do not see kazum, and to the nabaim, you do not nabu to us what is Sadiq, right. They don't believe it's right. Speak to us.
Pleasant dabarim, naba, illusion.
See that? Illusion. Something that's not there, because they make them feel bad. Why y'all think people go to these different cathedrals, these different religions? Because it's illusion. It's an illusion. That's how people give people an illusion. It'll look to appear something, but it's actually nothing. That's what I really harbor about Yahuwah. Everything told is not an illusion. It's actually factual. But I need you to understand relationships and how things work. I'm going to try to get y'all finished here. I'm going to finish up at 24. I'm trying to run through it for you, okay? Just want to get y'all to look at some things right quick. But this is what they ask for. You don't believe it. This is you. You don't want to know. You don't want to know the truth. You want to be told something that make you feel better about yourself, but you don't need to feel better about yourself because the better you feel about yourself, the more comfortable you feel about yourself, which means you don't see a need for change. The worse you feel about yourself and the negative you feel about yourself, the more you desire the need for change. Why would I change if I'm good? I'm good. Why would I change? You didn't make changes, but I'm good. But you still didn't make changes. I'm good. Why would I be making changes? Unless I'm in situations that say, this ain't good. I need to do something different. See, we need that. What you fight, when I say you, me, I'm always including when I say you. When what we fight is the need for the discipline to change. So we try to look at trying to blame every other thing versus looking at he bring these situations in our life so you can see how out of line you are. Y'all, it is, to be honest, you'll be surprised how out of line you are. Your car, your tires will tell you sometimes you need to line up. Watch how they wear them. But when you driving, you can't tell it. Some people got so comfortable. How many of y'all had your steering wheel like that, but it still drives straight for you? And they're right, this place you can go to, these little backyard place, they'll line your steering, it'd be like that. They said, don't worry about the wheel, it's still straight. No, it's not. Go to a professional, they're gonna go and fix what needs to be fixed, and the wheel is gonna be like this. Slight turn's gonna move it, and you're gonna notice the difference. Somebody's gonna say, don't worry about the steering wheel. That happen all the time. Don't worry about it, it's straight. And you bought it. How many of y'all ever had a line up where they done that? And how many of y'all, when they talk and explain to you, it makes sense? That's how people do with the religion. It makes sense. And you looking at it, it ain't straight. It's good. Believe me, we put on the computer. So you see what happened? President, you ready to get your check now or later? I hear that thing popping in your mouth. Don't apologize, just check. Isn't that right? Pay yourself, okay? Get your check, baby. So what happened? That's all. When I tell you pay yourself, you know what that means. You all right about that, John? Did you do anything that week? What that mean, y'all? She said, I said, you do anything? She said, did I do anything this week?
Thinking about an answer.
All right. Ken, did she deserve a check?
Yes.
All right, come on, John. We got to get. This the house of check. I remember she first came, she got that check, she was so hurt. Preacher, let me talk to you, preacher. Really a check? I'm like, oh yeah, really a check. But why, preacher? Akuma Matata. I said, oh, that's when I get scared. When she said Akuma Matata, I get, look at her. I'm watching it now. But I can't stress again the importance of making sure we get this right. Looking at ourselves, when the word comes, what we're doing now is what we should be doing. Every person should be doing their own self-examination. So they do the breast exam, see if you feel any lumps. Before you go, they still tell you, they don't tell you to do that and don't go once a year. Just periodically check before. See, preventive measures are always good. That's what we're doing now. When we meet him, he's going to do the real test. So now that's why he told you, if you're condemning yourself, don't you know I condemn you greater? Mm. If you feeling a lump, what you think I'm going to feel when I check you? Because even though you felt the lump, you said, yeah, it's a small one. When he checking, he going to say, it's a large mass. The tit ain't but this big, but the mass like this. Because what we do, we need to minimize anything we feel like we don't want to hurt us. What you think they just did? He just did an exam on them and told them the mass is like this. They saying, it ain't even, I don't even, no you don't. You ain't no mass. No, it's not. It ain't even nothing. Don't say that. Tell me something make me tickle, make me happy. That's what they did. Whoever, you going for a breast exam and the man, they just came in, your doctor just told you it's a mass sitting there like this in your breast. No, it ain't. Don't say that. Say that, Say, come on, tell me something make me feel good. Who else thought about telling the doctor that? This is what these dummies did. The man just told them what their sickness was, what their condition, and they just told him that, no, it's not. Don't say that. This is you. This is me. You want to minimize your situation. It needs to be maximized to you. You need it in full strength. When he tell you he's going to pour it out with full strength, because you need to come to reality where you at. You're not going to change until you come to reality. I am a terrible person. Not no, I'm better. I'm trying to minimize the damage while trying to make myself feel good about I'm going to change that I'm not. Because if I was, I'll be realistic about where I am here first. I'm a terrible person. I need to get, because now that's going to give me the energy drive to get out of that condition. I feel bad. Come by for a second. I want you to hit me as long as I stand right here. Hit me as long as I stand right here. Hold on. You serious? You want to go serious? You want to be serious? You serious with this thing then? This is like, come on, man. Come. My brother Jack, come. Who does that? Who punches their raw in the stomach? Where's security? This man jabbed me about 9 times in the stomach. Are you serious? That man locked his knees. What's wrong with this man? I'm still memorized. The man lost it. So anyway, what was supposed to be done with an actor, somebody who read the script, was as long as I stay here, I'm constantly going to be hit until I move. So now, this can go on as long as I'm comfortable. You see, like how I stopped him though, because that wasn't comfortable. And I knew as a long period of time, that's not going to be good. I need to stop that or I need to move. We've been standing right here and getting hit. It's driven that way. Change the situation. Like I did, I started. I don't want to be in that situation. Acknowledge what the situation is. Then I need to get out of it. Let's stop the situation. You're trying to get here while this is still going, it ain't going to happen. And you become comfortable with it. You have to address the matter as it is. This is where I am. I know where I am. That way I place it the way I'm going. What was the purpose of letting them know where they was in Mizraim? So every situation that comes that look familiar, you know what this reminds me of? You know what this, it be some certain play. You know what you say? Hey, wait a minute, hold on for a minute. I know that song. That's you know the beat. Oh, you see me? I done seen it because it's recognizable. So putting them down, when they was in Mizraim, what they got? Beat. They were cheated. They were defamed. They were embarrassed. They were murdered. Their kids were killed. Every situation that comes up like this, you're going to recognize it. I want you to become familiar with it. I want them to come out into deliverance, which is salvation, so you realize when that's a thing of the past. When your past become your future again, now you have to reassess, how did I get back here? I know this place, and this is not where I'm supposed to be at. I don't ever want to be here. So I have to position myself to I never get back here. Based upon learning what deliverance is, but I had to learn and come to grips with this situation first. This situation is what made me desire, I want to be out of it. I don't want to be in that. I don't want no parts of it. And I'm not going to, you saw how I got it back up, let's do it again? Because I don't want to be in nothing similar to it. I don't want to reenact it. I don't want to do that again. You have to be there in your mind. You have to be there in your decision making. When the problem comes, well, I mean, it's just what it is. I mean, I guess that's how he want me at. I put you here for a reason, so you would know the difference between salvation and persecution. Y'all got it? Well, you understand when I give you correction. All these things were symbolism so you would know. Why I told you you think about 430 years, I said in Mizraim, and you said now, because I'm counting to the dog, you said until the time of till they fulfill, as far as I'm gonna take with these people, I'm gonna cast them out. You thinking, that's a long time to put up with somebody. But then you read statements later on when he said, you know what else too? Let me see something. You don't have it. If you and I had a rope, and you were holding the end, and I was holding the end, and someone was down in the ground like that, and we supposed to have it tight, what would y'all call that? And Yahuwah said he not. He said, why keep it tight? He said, I'm not slack. Not concerning my promise. But what I am though, I'm long suffering. That's why I let you sit there. So you think about this. You sat there and you suffered for 430 years. While I sat here and let these people sit here and bask and bathe in all of their stupidity. Because I wanted you to know that you suffered a long time. I was patient with them while you suffered. So when I come around and you understand how I operate, I was patient with you too. Now I brought you out, I was patient with you. I let you go for a long time too. So you will understand how Elohim works. Because sometimes what happens, like Dwayne went through nothing, man. I remember I suffered. The man been patient with you too. We quit to always feel like somebody got a break over us. He said, I'm long suffering. You know why I was long suffering? Why? I knew these people weren't going to turn, but I still had to wait. When I was going to destroy Nineveh, you the one going to go, because he said, I knew you're going to forgive them. I still needed them to be warned. I knew they'll turn, but they'll turn when they're warned. You weren't even going to warn them. You saw them in their destruction. Warn them. Then they got choice. You got opportunity. See, we're dying faster than what y'all think. This thing roll. Y'all going to see, listen, he going to put a stuttering fast on it. It's going to move so fast, your head's going to spin. You're not going to be able to make it back. Everything you got, you're going to need to hold to it, all you got. Because I'm telling you, what the man said he's doing, he's not lying. He wants you to realize, I'm through with this people. I'm telling you why. So when they say, why you give up on us? Why? Because I raised you up. I raised you up and you fought against me. Now, and this is what you said. And they come think about it. They want to know, like if I said, Leon, we done. I'm done with you. First they say, preacher, what happened? You want to know what? What happened? What did I do? Okay. When I said, you said don't see. And they told you he saw. How you tell somebody didn't see that he didn't see it? Then he told you said, don't tell me, tell me something that make me feel good. But I was warning you, and this is what I'm looking at. So you know what? This ain't even for you, but I want to see it written in your face so you'll know what your problem was. But this is for somebody else who's going to come behind you who won't make the same stupid mistake. He already wrote them off. If it's for the time to come, forever and ever, it ain't for you. I want you to see it, but it's for somebody else. Hello? Okay. I don't know. Mushak went up, and he saw the tube land, didn't he? And he went in it, didn't he? No, sir. But he saw it, didn't he? Because it wasn't for him. It was for somebody else. He said, you didn't believe me. He said, you won't see it. I'm trying to make it where he at, and you ain't going to believe what the problem is. I don't believe. That makes sense? So it makes sense for you going and you don't believe. Okay. I just want to be practical. I want you to be practical. I want you, don't ask him that stupid. Lord, didn't mean it. I don't believe. Let me be your child. Can I cut? What did you just say to just cancel this whole thing out? I don't believe. So where did conversation went once I told him I ain't believe? Just tell him what we've been guilty at. I know it's time, y'all. Please, I'm gonna get y'all thumb. So y'all see what he said? Right here? We'll give me the next verse right quick. I'm gonna run through that 24, 21 right quick. I'm gonna try to get y'all finished, all right? Turn what?
From the Durat, turn
Hold on,
aside.
turn what? What the purpose of that? Listen, I don't want to hear it. I don't say that's got it, right? Why didn't he need to turn? Because he aligned himself. They were aligned where at that point it's right there in their face. But if you turn, even he told us about my people humbling themselves, seek my what? And do what? See that? In no way you can seek my face, you're going the wrong way. Everything is about angling and positioning. They're going to have to turn to see my face.
That's right.
Hello? These kids walked off backwards because they were trying to get away from it. This is us. That's why he said, let it be for another to the dog. Because you are thinking not, you're not literally saying the words, but the action is there. I can call my wife a hoe or treat her like a hoe. Which one is better? Women. How many women think calling a woman a hoe is disrespectful? Okay. So what about treating a woman like a hoe? Well, that's what he said he did. He said, you didn't call, so we didn't actually say the words to him. He said, but you show all the demonstration of the attitude of the acts. See that? So you can do things. You can give off vibes. Y'all know that? You can. You give off vibes. You give off energy. That's all vibes are, energy. Y'all said turn from the way, turn where?
Aside.
From where?
The path.
See, you directly in the, this is directly where we're going. See, remember, guess what they're looking at there? Now they're looking at this whole situation in the bottom. They're looking at him as being just like the Malachi was swinging his sword when Balaam was coming. He couldn't miss it. You in the path. So you know what they're looking at? They can't get away from him saying the same thing. They can't get away. So you know what I need him to do? Let me by. Get out the path so I can keep going. Listen what he wanted to do. Listen.
Cause the Kodash one of Yasharal
To do what?
cease from before us.
See that? He was trying to stop her from going the wrong way. Hey, you don't want to go this way. Hey, go back. Don't go this way. You get out the path. But the way I'm going is the way I'm doing. I'm trying to reposition myself. Not for salvation. I'm trying to get back to what I used to do. Back over here where the pain and the suffering begins. Because there's got to be something that's going to happen. See, it's set up to where something has to happen when you're doing things right. Something got to happen when you do things wrong. How do we distinguish what's right and wrong?
Got a point.
Something has to happen to distinguish. You got a little baby understands certain things, and how the baby start understanding command, you say instead of baby trying to figure out what you're saying, till you pop. When you start, because it started to catch on. I'm understanding your word from your discipline. I'm understanding your word. I'm understanding your love from when you pick me up and grab me and hold me and we play versus when you start whipping me. I'm understanding the difference. So this is maturing me as I'm growing. So why you think he disciplining you? He's trying to get you to understand vibes and signals, signs. Everything your parents, you can tell they're going to get you. Boy, they look at your parents. What you thought that meant? Oh, they happy with me. They finna give me a prize. They're going to kill me. It's certain look, they turn, they look at you, you like, I'm in trouble. This a mess right here. So you could distinguish. You got what I'm saying? But that comes with maturity. Now, a newborn ain't going to be able to do that because they're not able. They don't have the skill set. But as they start to grow and mature, they start to put things together when you tell them by actions that follow behind it. You hungry? They start teaching eat. They say eat. Then you start feeding them. Then why the kids start saying eat. Because they understand. It'll associate when I say eat, we getting food. I'm letting you know I'm hungry. Through things that you've done and through the communication, I'm starting to put what you give me, those symbols, together with words. Eat. That means pop. They say pop. You want to pop? They be pop. They be stepping, they realize, okay. You talking, you're like, okay, you got it. You see, they start to, what you think the purpose of why he disciplined us? So when you come in here, this supposed to be eat. When you get off, pop. So you start to associate, so you can distinguish, so you can put a difference between. Okay? So they want him to see from it. Listen, what does it tell us? So I can finish up. Come on. It's a little long, but he got to have a reason. Therefore,
thus says the Kodash one of Yasharal,
because
your rejection of this debar and your trust in the oppression and perversity, even resting on it.
They put their confidence in that thing. They thought that was their peace. Therefore,
this iniquity shall be to you as a broken section falling, like the bulging out of a high wall, whose collapse comes suddenly in an instant.
that's what he told them what happened. Every day he said, put it to a semblance of a wall breaking out. Why he wasn't talking about a wall? They understood that. They knew when Jerusalem walls fell down. He said, consider it as a wall falling down. Consider it as a breach, as a break. Because of your rejection. They needed something to associate it with. What is this like? Because I don't see it. I guess stuff that you've done, things we done, well, I don't see it the way the book said. So you got to talk to me in a way where I can compute it, where I can put it on. He said, well, consider it like a wall. What happened when that wall broke down? Then they took us out. We went into captivity. He said, that's how I want you to consider this. I want you to consider it as a wall that swore. You see a bow. You said, that wall, that's about to fall. He said, I want you to realize that's you. You're about to fall. You see a bulging wall. You said, that wall got to come down. That wall not right. So they were master builders of walls. So if you see a bulge in the wall, any fool know, man, you got to tear that wall down. Hold on, what did I just say? What did I just say he gonna do? When he sent Jeremiah on the scene, you know what he told him did? He said, I brought you to tear down. Why when I tear a wall that they got a bulge in it? Why when I tear a wall that they got a swell in it? Tear it down. But when I tear it down, what he told him to do? Now go back and rebuild. But he built it, he said, put the plumbing on it. See, when these people start out, they've been going wrong. He saw the end. So now, this is how we become better. Because we're learning from their mistakes. I told you, everything he wrote was for Romans 15:4. Whatever was written aforetime was written for our what? To show us, to teach us, to tell, to instruct us. So that through, that's right, without going through falling or fainting or going away, and the nakum, the comfort of the writer we might have, that's a cord. So you'll hold on, you won't quit. Let me finish the 24th chapter right quick. 24, I'm going to use 2 of them right quick. I'm going to try to run through. That'd be fine. Y'all give me that little time. We'll get ready. You have to shake it out. Hang on. Grandville, you've been hanging. We'll get you one of them coffee IVs. Shoot in your arm. Now we're going to get him a rat, but he ain't got one more toe and half a crock. I'm going to do that. Ain't nothing wrong with no one toe. Don't think I'm saying that. All I can repeat is what Haywood told me. Huh? Hello, I'm trying to. I know Haywood told me that Haywood said, but you might hear said don't say nothing about it. He was telling me if your car broke down, you probably couldn't use a tow truck. We said it like, remember, I was like, he was like, don't repeat it. I said, you ain't got to worry about it, because live streaming ain't on. So I just, cut it on now, we ready. Cut it on. I said, cut it on. All right, ready? This is Romans, what's up? Matthew 24:4. We'll try to run through. Listen.
And Yahushua answered and said to them, beware lest one mislead you.
See, now, get what happened? Just like now, the leader can get you to follow in the wrong path. The people try to get the leader to go in the wrong path. See that? They told him to guide the path. Listen, follow them. He gonna guide the path. That means you're gonna be with us. See, you can't condemn us if you right here with us. It look bad for a drunk to tell us to stop drinking. A cigarette smoker tell us to stop smoking. Don't it look kind of bad? And that's what they were counting on. If he got away, then he's just like us. What you think the person was getting Shamshun to find out where his strength was? So he told you. He said, if I do that, I'll be like. That's why Yahushua tried to stay clear of us about certain things, because I'm not trying to be like you. I came to redeem you, make up for a bad aspect. And if I come and do the same thing like he told you, then it gives you an excuse. But the fact that I came bearing the same uniform, yet I bear a different trait, now you don't have a cloak, which is a covering, something to hide or to protect you. Just like when Nuach them, who they call Noah, when his Ben them came in, what you think they came? They came to put a cloak over him. That's what they did. They were putting a cloak. All the cloak is a covering. He said, but when I came, he was kind of more like hum, that they call cum. He took the cloak off of them. They landed him naked, pulled that thing off of him. Everybody, his brother and them, they seen, cover that up. Nobody don't need to see that. Cover it up. They need a cloak.
Right.
See what he did, he took the cloak off of them. That's how we knew they were naked. Hello? Okay. Go figure it. All right. Listen, next verse, 5. Listen.
For many shall come in my Shem, saying, I am he that is the Mashiach, and they shall mislead many.
Oh my, see that? And they shall,
Mislead many.
which means people gonna walk in them same steps. Come on.
But you shall ultimately shama of wars and rumors of wars.
And you shall ultimately hear of wars and rumors of
Wars.
when.
Beware,
You said, oh, where? Beware.
beware, lest you become alarmed. For surely all of this shall happen, but it is still not the end.
Listen,
For one GUI shall come against another GUI.
because Russia raised up against Ukraine, of course it was some more, but those one that's more noble. And
One Malkuth against another Malkuth.
that's right, because you got them over now, like Saudi Arabia, they consider to be called a kingdom. A lot of these people say, talk about these kingdoms, these empires are going to start right. First you had the nations. They don't consider themselves empire, they consider themselves to be nations. We come down the middle, a lot of people look at kingdoms. So these like Jordan, all those places will consider to be kingdoms. And there shall be
Famine and disease and earthquakes here and there.
that's amazing. We don't have none of this, so don't worry about it.
Yes, sir.
We don't have none of this.
Yes, sir.
All I want to know, when did these other gods tell us about it?
They didn't.
Come on.
But all these are only the beginning of birth pains.
So sometimes what'll happen, this is what happened. Now, for women, they understand they had kids. Because typically sometimes a woman has to learn how to design. If you have a child, you have to start learning when a pain is a pain. You need to go to the hospital, or that's just something you got to lay there and suffer with. You ever had them framed to come, and it seemed like it's delivered. You ever been before and they told you go back? It wasn't. But it felt like it, don't it? You ain't going to believe it. When you watching this stuff, it'll feel like that's the end. He said, it's just the beginning of your birth pains. Hello? He told Kaoa that when we was in the gun. He told her how she gonna have a kid. And so, how you think people having them right now? They have them in sorrow. He bring them right back. He told you, I declared the end at the beginning. You know why they in sorrow now? Who else learned this? When we was in Mizraim. Think about it. I'm waiting to have a baby that's gonna get killed. Can you imagine, for 10 months you carrying a baby so it can get killed? What you think she been going through that whole time? Think about the mothers in Mizraim that came through operation. The whole time you wait, they had no machine to tell them girl or boy. Right. And this is sorry because if it's a boy, they gonna kill it. So my whole time carrying this has been in sorrow to give it over to be killed. He told them this though. He told us this at the beginning. That's why I'm telling. Listen, I don't even have the time to argue with nobody about that God. If you comfortable with your God, please serve him the best you can do. Mm-hmm. This man too accurate. Go ahead with Shakespeare wrote this. What year was Shakespeare? Let me say what year. Can I find what year, what century? I'm just being practical. Don't even go with Shakespeare. Let's go with the white man. It's impossible to keep a regime this long. Say the 1600 to 2023. And the actions happen. No, what they call a heart machine. None of this stuff they claim they use now. It's impossible for them to keep regimes this long to come along and it happens the way he told you. William Shakespeare, 1564. How many years back that put us? We at 2023. So that put us what? 400 or 500 years? Mm-hmm. What, about 500 years? 400. And you tell me William Shakespeare wrote this 500 years ago. And he got it. He got it accurate. And here we are right now to what he said. Let's just go with that. William Shakespeare, he's still here too, right? Man, please. These folks can't shake their pen when they get through pen.
That's right.
Pissing their drawers like a rat.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, let's go back. Come on.
Then they shall hand you over to distress, and they shall kill you, and you shall be hated by all the Goyim on account of my Shem.
And what y'all think these people finna do now? Because you know what everybody finna blame about this whole thing going on with these wars? It's the Jews. Mm-hmm. He just told that. They're going to start hating you. Because it's the Jews. And they believe in that, what do we call his name? He done told you what they're going to do. Everything he told you, it's going to come to pass the same way. And these people are going to hand you over. You ain't going to believe it. That's the same thing they did with Yahushua. They hand him over. They had a problem with the name. They were calling him Beelzebub. That's what they were looking at because of the name. They handed him over. They got rid of him. They didn't want to deal with it. Come on.
Then many shall stumble, and they each
many shall what?
Stumble, and they each shall betray his Re'ah, and they each shall hate his Ak.
See, like, listen, this is what people tell they're going to stumble, which means people going to put something in front of you for you to fall. And then he said, and a man shall betray who? His companion. people they portray us.
Yes.
Your book told you who's gonna do it. A neighbor wasn't nobody live next door to your house like in your neighborhood. This is one of your companions.
That's right.
That's what he did. Everything he told you what happened to him. Who he told you when it came down to Yehudi. He said we were companions, we were neighbors.
Mm-hmm.
When he told you about thou shalt love thy neighbor, he was talking about your companion. Why would you do that with your companion? But now he just came and told you these are odds that you can see. If you don't catch the ones up top, you ought to catch these.
Mm.
Who do people beat you?
Your
white
companion,
man?
Your companion.
Your neighbors. Who told you about this? William Shakespeare? He told you they're gonna do. His neighbor gonna betray it, and a man shall hate his ox. What did Cain? What Cain, who they call Cain? What did he wind up doing when it came down to Abal?
Kill him.
He hated him. He hated him. He told you, man, gonna hate his own brother. See that? He hated him even to death. But who told you about this? Yahuwah told you. When he told you about it? Just now?
In the beginning.
I told you this in the beginning. I told you this in Barashit. Why people act like this something new? Come on.
Many false Nabaim shall come and mislead many.
Wow, that's amazing. Nobody, they ain't here yet. They coming. Come on.
Because of that is increased of transgression, the ahab of many shall become cold.
You see what? And where people at today helping one another?
Cold-hearted.
Tell the truth. Shakespeare wrote this, Chris. Tell me people ain't doing this. Love for people don't care no more. That stuff don't mean nothing no more. Every time they're gonna do child molest, policeman molest, teacher molest, co-molest, child molest. People love cold. Oh, it used to be about the kids.
Yes.
That's over with.
Yeah.
The kids are victims. Come on.
But the one who waits until the time of the end, he shall be saved.
How fast you need to run starting out the gate? This is one of them long runs.
That's right.
We got to do this all the way to the end.
That's
That's why
right.
I told y'all, listen, and we keep going, some of y'all going to fall off. Y'all need the truth. Y'all need to fall off. You're going to fall off. I say you need to fall off. You don't need to fall off. You're going to fall off. You're going to fall off because as it keep going, you ain't going to see the need. You're going to see, and that's going to be one the snare going to get you. See, outside in the storm is going to look safer than inside shelter.
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling you, that's how you're going to get out there. It's an illusion.
Mm-hmm.
He gonna see your eyes. You know what it's going to look like? Man, I'm sitting here, I wind up dying in him. I need to get out there. You're going to fall yourself right in this storm. See, Shaul had a situation similar. The people was on the ship with him, and a storm had come. And he had told everybody to survive, they needed to throw everything they could off of the ship. Well, when they were throwing stuff off of the ship, there was some men that were there. And what they had done was let a boat down, and nobody was paying attention to it. And while they were throwing stuff out, they were throwing a boat, a smaller boat that they was going to get down on and try to get away. And Shaul told them, except you abide on the ship, you cannot be saved. So they wound up cutting the boat and letting it go. You know what kind of illusion in your mind if you're on a big ship and there's a storm and a smaller boat that you got on this ship that you let down is going to be your refuge. A smaller boat that the big boat carried that you're going to let and jump down in it is going to be your safety net. But he let them know, except you abide on the ship, you cannot be saved. See, before that happened, when Shaul told him that, Amaleki had came and appeared and he told him why he made the statement. He said the other label, the other unit, he said Amaleki appeared to me from a Yahuwah or whose I am. Let him know I connect to him. That's our relationship. That's why he came to me. And he told me all of these, he said, I have delivered into your hands. So if you get outside of my hands, he can't save you. See, you know who else you learned who got that information too first? Nuach did. Every animal that came to him had to know, except you abide on this ship, you cannot be saved. Because Yahuwah had told him everything he had given in his hand, I had given to you for salvation. So if you slip out of my hand, you understand, right? That's why Yahuwah told him, those that are in my hand, nobody's able to take them out of my hand. Because he gave them to me for salvation. Y'all got it? He said, my Abba is greater than all, and nobody can take him out of his hand. So that storm that going out here and happening is not scaring me unless the storm is greater than Yahuwah. See, you got to have confidence. Okay? Let me kind of get y'all finished. Come on. I asked for a little time. I apologize, please. But if it helps us, might be our last time now. Might be our last time seeing each other. And this
Tube news of the Malkuth shall be proclaimed in all the Arats as testimony to all the Goyim, and afterward the end shall come.
Let me tell you something. After you get through hearing all that going on, what you ready to hear? How about some good
Tube
news?
news, that's right.
So he just told him to go and tell them some good news. Let them know about what he done put in for preparation for us. Deliver. That's why they look at the debar coming to people. That's good news. Because think about it. Your heart been overcharged. You've been stressed. You've been worried through everything you've seen. He said, so give them some good news. If you can endure it to the end, you can be saved. He said, make sure you proclaim that to all these going, all these nations. Let them know there is an end to this. But you're going to have a certain type of behavior. And to those that actually seeking it, it's going to be some good news for them. Come on.
Therefore, when you see the abomination of desolation, which was spoken by Daniel the Nabi, standing in the Kodash Malkum, let the reader understand.
Oh my goodness. So listen what he said now. Therefore, when you see the abomination of desolation, which was spoken by Daniel, they call Daniel, meaning Elohim is judge, the Nabah, standing in the Kodash, let the reader, you're not in the Kodash place. He's talking to people who are going to still be in that region. When they saw that stuff happen, because he told you what they were going to do. See, Daniel told you that they were going to take away that was of the Mashiach, and they were going to usher in the abomination that make desolation. See, what was important was, let me borrow you for a second. As long as I kept this, let me borrow you for a second, right here. Him, I kept this, he's here. Okay? This is for salvation. So he here, I haven't done you him as represent Elohim. So he with me, with confidence. But once this get removed, and I bring in the abomination that make desolation, you're going to have to depart. That became the problem. They replaced it with something. They replaced the thing that kept it with the thing that make abomination. Abomination make it desolate. That's what made the desertion of why he went away from us. See, those people that sitting and laying there, they don't understand what happened because they done brought in the abomination that make desolation. That's why he getting everybody out. We've done it before. He looking here. The only way for him not to intervene is because of what you're doing. You brought in something that makes me say scatter. Everybody got to scatter. Okay, let's see. Let's see. I might be fall. Let's see. Listen what happened. So he told you, when you stand in the Kodah play, pay attention. You there. Let the reader understand.
Yes,
Come
sir.
on.
Then let the Anashim who are in Yehuda flee to the Harim.
Why would they be fleeing to the Harim? Where they going? If they fleeing to the Harim, where they leaving from?
Yehuda.
They leaving from where they leaving because when they replace what was there with what made desolation, now you got to go. They understand when they're reading, it's time we have to get out of here.
Out of here. That's right.
People try to be too deep.
Yeah.
Why he talking about fleeing? Let them come home now.
No.
I just told you when they bringing the thing that make abomination, that's going to make it desolate. The abomination is why he got us out of, why he got us
Yes,
out.
that's right.
Why was Jerusalem uninhabited when we went into Babylon?
Yeah.
Nobody inhabited the city. It was desolate. He told you so the land could keep her Shabbats.
That's right.
So now he's telling you why he's going to get them out now. Because they have brought in the thing that make desolation.
That's right.
He told you about the Mashiach coming and he going to sit there. But then these people going to bring in an abomination and put it in.
That's right.
Now he said that's what's going to make them get out. Now let the readers understand it.
That's right.
Come on. Now he wants you to flee to the Harim. Come on.
And whoever is on the field must not return to get anything from his bed.
Where he catch it at? When you catch it, don't go back. You got to get out. Then. So you know what's going to be a difference right here? He talked about a man saving his life. Why was he telling you that? About whoever love his life, he going to lose it. Whoever hate it, he can save it. Because the people that love their life going to run back in and get their stuff. I got to get something. I forgot something. And that's where your trap going to be at. So that's why he's trying to let you know, when this happened, wherever you at, don't go backwards. He just told you, hold on, remember he wrote it, it was for a time to come. Alarm and alarm. What did he tell you about these people, these rebellion people? A sinful nation? Laid with iniquity. What did he tell you they had? They were corruptors, see the evildoer. What did they do again? So if I go back to where I came, what would that mean? What was the purpose of establishing all these doors up when you came through them? So you wouldn't go backwards. So I start setting things up to teach you about not going back. Shaul told you, forgetting those things while I press toward. I don't know what that means. I had to study it. ISO probably. Why would he say he forgetting those things behind him? Because when this thing start pouring, there are a lot of people whose hearts are going to cause them to go back. Just like Luke's wife. What did she do?
Look back.
What did Yahuwah told you in the book of Yeshayahu? They had gone away backwards. You might say all she did was look back. She looked to where her heart was. He told you where a man's heart is. That's where a treasure at. Come on. Y'all ready? We just cut it. We don't worry about it no more. You don't need to learn that now. Don't worry about it. Y'all good? No. These folks ain't saying nothing. No, they good. No, they good. They say, yeah, I'm tired too. You think you tired? You're going to be real energized when you be fueled down in that fire. Think about how you going to keep a fire burning like that forever.
Keep feeding it.
You got to keep feeding it. You're going to be fueled. You don't even realize how you going to keep a fire burning. Go to play that got incinerators that burning. Only they burn because you keep fueling it. They'll tell you what it takes for a fire to keep. You take the oxygen out of it. You get the fuel from it. When you get these large forest fire, all you got to do is dig out. You cut, separate back. So you say, that's as much as you can burn. You put enough distance where it burn itself out. But he know what? He keeping everything in close. He going to pile them in there. Because all you going to do is fuel. This thing going to continue to burn. Alarm and alarm. Okay. All right, listen.
And let him who is in the field not turn back to carry away his garment.
Excuse me. Let him who is in the field. Go ahead. Checks.
Not turn back to carry away his garment.
Listen. Because he's going to go back and get him some clothes. Them Palestinians did it.
Yeah.
They told him to get out. They said they had to get some stuff.
Yep.
When they walked back and they made it back to the front door,
Wow.
they were blowed up.
That's right.
Who told them, though?
That's right.
Who told them to do that? But this is the thing, though. Shakespeare knew this. You watch the news, they clearly showed, listen, they knocked on the door and told the people, get out.
Yes.
The guy said, where we going? He said, get to the yard.
That's right.
And they went, he said, his brother, his two nieces were in the door coming out. He said, they just blew him up.
Yep.
Because you know what they was in there doing? They were looking for what their heart wanted.
Yep.
Their heart said, get this, grab that. Don't forget this, get that. So they right where their heart at.
Yep.
I need y'all to get this today. You might not never hear it again. I'm telling y'all, what you're thinking ain't what's going to happen. This man is working on it. Listen, he's working. These people have no idea. The manipulation scheme, listen, they have no idea. The biggest manipulator is already working. He got these people. Checkmate. Come on, listen.
Woe to those who are pregnant and to those who are nursing Benim and those Yamin.
Listen what happened.
But pray that your flight.
Let me ask you a question. What's going to happen with those that are pregnant and nursing? We know what happened in Mizraim. Let's be practical. What will be happening to them? What, they going to have nurseries for them? Y'all ain't seen in the past, they've been talking about all them little babies getting killed?
Yeah.
Did y'all see what they doing over there with them babies? They got video where they show Hamas them burning infants. Infants, babies, burning them, killing them. He told them, woe to them that give suck in those days they pregnant. Y'all ain't seen the video? They've been showing the videos of them. They've been talking, new clip tell you they have video of them killing those babies. That's mighty familiar. I don't ever remember a time period they were killing babies. Cutting the heads off of them, burning them. Can you imagine burning a baby? He told you though. Shakespeare told you. Come on.
But Palal, that your flight shall not be in the winter, nor on a Shabbat.
That's amazing. That's amazing. Let me ask y'all a question. What time of year we in nowadays? Spring? We're in the wintertime?
Yes, sir.
What day did they strike Jerusalem?
Shabbat.
And you know that Shakespeare told her this. Do you know how dumb you got to be that y'all ain't getting yourself together? What's the chance he just told you the winter and they just struck in this winter time now?
Yep.
What's the chance he just told you not Shabbat and it happened to be Shabbat when they struck?
Yep.
Let's see what happened. Maybe it ain't nothing. Maybe it's just Shakespeare. What did he tell her, Chris?
For then there shall be a great distress, unlike any that has ever been from the Rashid of the age until now.
Tell me when we done had something more critical than what's going on right now with Yasharal, with Israel with Israel and the Palestinians right now. This ain't even over. It's just getting started.
Just getting started.
Y'all know countries already picking sides.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
People are already picking sides. It's bad than what you think. Come on.
And nothing like it ever come again.
What's going to stop it? There ain't another one like that going to happen again.
It'll be wrap it up.
Hold on, that's not true. According to Shalom, there's nothing new. Anything you see, it been done before. He just defied everything you knew.
Yep.
You've been told everything had been done before. He said, not this one. Because I've never come down here, not in this capacity.
Right.
So all this is leading up to his coming. So guess what I'm aligning with? All of the solar system, and I'm aligning with what's going on down here. Come on.
And those Yamin had been not, if those Yamin had not been cut short, none of all Basar would be spared.
You hear that? Hold on for a minute. If those days hadn't been what?
Cut short.
Tell me what happened.
None of all Basar would be spared.
So that's amazing, because it's happening in the wintertime, which means your days are longer.
Shorter.
They so dumb, they don't even realize. Shakespeare, he playing it. 500 years ago, there I'm talking to you, because 500 years ago, Shakespeare wrote this. And he knew about keeping it, man, keep paying it down, my grandson and my son, all the way. And make sure you be watching, make sure it line up just like he said it. Why would Shakespeare keep up with this? Why would Shakespeare readers keep up to do this? This is all Yahuwah. What's the chance that they got struck on Shabbat? What's the chance that Shabbat they got struck happened to be the winter? It's the beginning of winter. Who else could time that? If you ever had a reason to believe him, you need to believe him now. Everything he told you, he has done. What? The Shabbat in winter? Come on, folks. Come on, listen. Not to mention, on top of that, what did we just finish that day before?
Ingather.
So-called. And what is that called?
Ingather.
What did Amos tell us in the 8th chapter?
He ain't coming back no more.
He said, no, he said, I will not pass by. He had been passing over them all these so-called. He told you this time, I will not pass by anymore. He told you that. He asked him, what do you see? He said, a basket of summer fruit. He said, the end is near. I will not pass over them again. Right after so-called. Yep. One a month after so-called, one couple of weeks. The very next day, Shabbat, he struck them. Y'all better get conscious. You won't be hearing again. Listen.
Yet, for the sake of the chosen ones.
For the sake of who?
The chosen ones.
Tell her what happened.
Those Yamin shall be cut short.
That's all right, he did it for. For the ones he chose. You said for the ones that made up their own mind to get saved. Elect don't make the choice. The people, the electors make their choice. We were elected for this. That's why he cut it short. While he set up to destroy and take these people down, he also set it up to prepare to make sure for the elect ones he chosen that these days won't be long on you. Hello? I'm trying to help y'all out. When you hooshed up on the two, he had told you that the Shema wasn't gonna smite him by day. That's why he put a dark cloud up. Nor the Yari by Layla. You know what he did? He put an eclipse out there. He told, even the moonlight could strike him. Okay, let's pay attention. Folks, when do you keep Pesach? You keep it in the middle of a Yari. What happens in the middle of a Yari? The Yari is full. When they put him up on the two, it was coming into Pesach, which means it was putting the Yari at 100% shine. That's why he had to darken it out. Because I told him that the Shamash was not going to smite him by day, so I made it dark. Now, I also had to darken it like a new moon or an eclipse so that the Yari would not smite him, because you had to line everything with what's on the rocks with what was in Shamaim. Don't take Lord, just need a teacher. You missed it. He was elected. I couldn't keep him from going through the persecution. I just kept him to where I shortened the time on it. Why you think he made it dark and brought it back day? I had to cut the time short. Because you needed him up there for a full day. I put him out there for a full day. I made sure the shamash was up. Then I let it be dark. And then I made the shamash come back again. You counted him being up there for a day. Because he was elected, so I had to cut the time short. I taught you from Layla to Layla. Okay, don't worry about it. I can help him, but Shakespeare taught him already. Come on.
And if someone says to you at that time,
Stop. Give me 21st chapter right quick, Oriel. I'm trying to finish y'all up. Give me a little time. 21st chapter, Oriel. Jump down probably about 10. They call it Luke. Oh, y'all learn anything? That's 21:10. I know y'all don't read this before in time years. I have 2 years ago. But at the end of the day, it's fulfilling itself.
that's right.
Then you keep playing. All right, what you watch there, I want you to just see how accurate Shakespeare, see if you believe still Shakespeare or Elohim. You keep sleeping, take your rest. Now y'all don't realize you're going to take the long one. This man got, listen, checkmate. He got us. Listen.
One more, he spoke to them, saying, a Gui shall come against a Gui, and a Malkuth against a Malkuth.
Mm-hmm.
There shall be great earthquakes here and there, and famines and disease, as well as deeds of terror.
Well, COVID don't count. He talking about the like other stuff. Not COVID and monkeypox and stuff like that. He talking about other stuff. Go ahead.
And great odds from the Shamaim.
Great signs from the Shamaim?
Yes, sir.
I can imagine that. Go ahead.
Before all these things, they shall attack on you by their hands and pursue you.
Mm.
They shall hand you over to the beth of the synagogue, Sonagon, and the beth of the prisons. And you shall be brought before Malachim and nobles for the sake of my Shem. This shall happen to you for a testimony. Therefore, place it on your lob, not to be worrying about how you shall justify yourselves.
He's telling them about this situation. What's going to happen with them. Don't think, nobody going to hear you no way. You don't even know nothing. Nobody's going to ask you nothing. They're going to tell you. He's talking to them. He's letting them know about all these things they need to start watching out for. Come on.
For I shall give you a mouth of Chakmah, which all of your adversaries shall not be able to resist before you and speak
a skill
against you.
set. He's going to give you a skill set. They're not going to be able to argue against it. I don't worry about arguing with these people. They're wasting my time. Go ahead.
You shall also be handed over by parents and your Akim and your relatives and your Reah, and some of them shall put you to moot.
You hear that? That sound familiar? That don't sound familiar? Wow, that's amazing. You don't see that, do you? Because that's amazing. Because he told you about a family, if they have a disobedient, rebellious son. And his mother, his father, who is his Abba, and his aim, who is his mother, was supposed to bring him before the Zakanim, the elders. They're supposed to say, this our son, he will not hear us. And they were supposed to put that man and beat that man and chastise him. And they could even put him to death. He just told you your parents going to do it. Your own parents will turn on you. They're going to give you over and give you up. Come on.
You shall be hated by all Anashim for the sake of my Shem.
Yes.
But none of the hair over your head shall fall to the Adumah.
That's
By
important for you to know that none of your hair going to fall. Because he told you he kept up with the number and the count. Come on.
By your endurance you shall obtain your Nafash for yourselves.
See that? That's how you're going to obtain it, by your endurance, by you being able to continue to the end. That's how you're going to secure your salvation. That's why you can't quit.
That's right.
Because if you don't do this to the end, you don't waste your time.
That's
I'm helping y'all out. Y'all, listen, y'all might not hear me. Listen, it ain't guaranteed you're going to be back here next week. I'm telling y'all now, you quit acting stupid. Watch it in and sit here. You go ahead and go to sleep. Let me tell you, everybody have put their stake where you at. You put your stake in the ground where you at. because you're not paying attention. This, you here now. Years ago reading this, that was something we were waiting on to happen. Are we waiting on this to happen now? And this one I need to sleep. This you need to pay attention. He just told you, when you read this, you need to understand it. Come on.
When you see encampments surrounding Jerusalem.
Oh, when I see what?
Encampments surrounding Jerusalem.
What happened?
Know for certain.
No, you said kind of, Mike, don't be 100% now, because
No, for
things ain't
certain.
what they appear.
Know for certain.
What I need to know for certain?
That it is desolation is near.
I'm getting them out of there. Y'all know they got planes over there. Y'all know what they're doing today? Y'all know they're evacuating citizens, right? We talking about from Jerusalem too. They're evacuating people. That Palestine, all that belong to, they're evacuating people. He just told you, you know the end is near. The desolation that made abomination is happening. Come on.
Then let the unashamed of Yehuda flee to the Harim,
Oh.
and let those who are in the midst of her come out. And let
y'all
not,
ready to go to Jerusalem? Take me home to Jerusalem, to Jerusalem. How much sense that made?
none.
He just told you to get out and don't come now. Because if I'm making it desolate, why would you be coming? Stupid. It's something in my spirit saying go, because you're dumb. Listen.
And let not those who are in open areas come into it.
Them folks steady going in now. Come on.
For they are Yamim of vengeance to fulfill all of what is Katab.
Y'all know why them people out there? Everybody hate the Palestinians. One or the, what he just told you these people out there for?
Gotta fulfill.
Hezbollah, all these groups, let me tell you something. We Yehudi. Please don't go tell no lie. He with them. Your mama. I had to tell them that. I meant that from all areas of my body, your mama. First, I'm not with him. I can't fight what the man said and say I believe it.
Come on. Come on.
The man just told you, what did he say these people were?
For they are the Yamim of vengeance to fulfill all of what is Katab.
I want him to stop his fulfillment.
No, sir.
Not at all.
No, sir.
I'm not the man to get in the way.
Yes,
See, these
that's
folks
right.
take they want. He'll get his own people, your mama.
That's right.
I know she against her because she let you come out the womb. She could have locked them thighs, double pumped twice, and I wouldn't have these problems.
That's right.
I could be teaching, we keep moving. Pay attention. Listen.
Woe to those who are pregnant and to the nursing aim in those Yamim.
Yes.
For there shall be great distress in the Arats and wrath upon this arm.
On who?
On this arm, upon this arm.
Y'all see that? Upon this people. Go ahead.
And they shall fall by the edge of the sword and shall be led captive into all Goim.
You know, I did not say, ain't nobody been captured out there, so we good. They ain't got to worry about that. Ain't nobody been captured there. That's when you got to be worried. When people start finding out that people being captured over there, man, then you got to, now they just got hostages. They hadn't took nobody captive. So we just hold on a little bit. Shakespeare wrote this. It's all Shakespeare. Go ahead.
And Jerusalem shall be trampled underfoot by the Goim until the times of the Goim are fulfilled.
See that? They just like the Amorites. They time up. They had a Psalm 4, tell them Gentiles in Yasharal, your time's up.
That's right.
Time's up. That's how they talk. Our time was up. Everybody done had, listen, people had it before us and their time ran out. They
That's
had
right.
400 something, they ran out. We had it.
Yeah.
We got ran out.
Yeah.
They done took it. They getting ran out. He's sick of everybody. He's giving it to every one of his own people made a mess. The people had it before people made a mess.
Yeah.
The people after people made a mess. He's sick of us.
Sick of it.
He's sick. And we got time to keep being the same people that made the desolation.
No, sir.
Everything, we got time to get this thing together and start using our heads.
Come on.
Come on.
There shall be ox in Shamash and in the Yarik.
Oh,
and in
hold
Kukabim.
on for a minute. What is going to be now?
There shall be ox in Shamash.
They're going to be ox with the sun?
Yes, sir.
And where?
And in Yarik.
And in the Yari?
Yes, sir.
Uh-huh.
And in Kukabim.
And in the stars?
Yes, sir.
And what supposed to happen tonight? I think they supposed to have a flag. They supposed to have a Six Flag supposed to be open tonight. For Halloween, ain't it?
Eclipse.
What is the chance when he just told you all the situation? First of all, it's going to be on Shabbat in the winter. You're going to get the war. You're going to get the earthquake. Soon as folks got hit, remember Mexico, Afghanistan, they had 3 countries got earthquakes. Right around it. All these places got struck, got hit. What is the chance there? Now, he just told you also, now you're going to have signs in the Shamin from the Shemais.
Yes, sir.
From the Yarick.
Yes, sir.
From the Kukabin. And the night they just told you, this. Now they said, this is going to be the most spectacular skyworks you ever seen. These stupid people make like this some kind of amusement trip. This man, Shakespeare told us this and it's happening? Come on, folks, stop being stupid. It's the heart machine. Somebody need to hit you with the peon. Quit being stupid. Not no heart machine. Just stop it. Stop it. People that act so stupid. The man has told us this and it's happening.
It's happening.
Come on.
And on the Arats.
Oh my goodness. And on the rocks, we got signs. See, I told you, everything aligned itself. Look at what's, listen, in order for, look, when you get ready to see what's getting ready to happen with the eclipse, what's going on here? So you see how everything got it, what they call? Line up. See how far from I am when I'm talking?
Nope. Right
it's
on.
all aligned itself. Why you think you're being betrayed from people that's right here? It's all aligning itself.
Got to be fulfilled.
But if you're not paying attention, you're not looking at this is all symbolism for those that's seeking Yeshua.
Come on, preacher.
Okay. Come on.
Anguish for the Goyim and confusion due to the rambling of the Yam and its breaking
They dehydrated.
waves.
And what else?
And its breaking waves.
Listen.
There's Benim of Anashim shall melt from the fright and the terror of what is coming on all the Arats.
They melt, they're going to faint. They look at melting and faint. You put a candle, you said just melted, it's just disintegrated. That's what he look at with people. People going to faint from it. It's people, I just told y'all that. I seen a lady, she was, and she just locked up, she just faint. They couldn't help her. They were trying to help the kid with born. They were like, she just, ooh, and just fell out. He told you it's going to happen. They're going to faint from looking at this stuff. You ain't seen nothing yet. Listen.
For the troops of the Shamayim shall be shaken.
See that? He's shaping their hosts, the armies of it. He said been shaken. Come on.
Then they shall see the Ben of Adam coming in a cloud with power and with a great kabul.
The reason why he told you the Ben of Adam, he had to tell you that. You know why? Because he told you he had to come back. The same one they told you that went away was coming back in like manner. That was the flesh from Adam. Adam came from the Arats, from the ground. The same one got to come back. See, that's what you watch. And see, people are trying to mimic the one we had here before. But he told you, don't be stupid. The one that's coming back, the exact, is coming back from where it came from. Okay, they had them about it. Look at these guys just appeared over in Kibalon. They just had a guy. Remember, he came until he was Jesus? Popped up over there. They said, okay, we're going to crucify you. And he called the police. Y'all said, black, they called him. Yeah, okay. Yeah, it's serious. He done popped down there. He told them he was Jesus. They said, okay, listen. They told him they finna crucify him. He done called the police on him. They told them, listen, this is the truth. You seen that? That's the truth, didn't it? I think, listen, he told you they were going to appear and say, I'm he. They just had a white woman over. Remember, they were all driving at work. They had a white woman. The guy said Jesus and all them folks, and they were going over there picking him up. They had a white guy just went over there. Had the stuff on them folks, were running him around, talking about, who told us this? That these people going to start appearing doing it. These were symbol and signs that you to watch for. These folks came and they said, okay, you did. They said, we crucifying you. That man called the police on. They're like, man, what you doing to call the police, man? Go on, let them do the thing. Let them do what they do. Come on.
When these things begin to come.
Oh, when these things, you said when they already happening?
Begin to come.
He's telling them about, listen, he's telling them about something that we doing now. When these things begin to come.
Comb up and lift up your heads.
Why?
For your redemption has come near.
And your head been down because you've been asleep. See that? Now lift up your head. That's what Dawood said. He's going to lift up his eyes. Well, from which coming who? Where's hell come from? And what did Yahuwah make? He made the Shamayim and the Alam. See that? He told me, you see all this happening, you need to be looking up. Because you know your redemption draw now. But what you been doing? You've been walking with your head down. You've been an usher with your head in the sand. See, this stuff is really coming to pass for you faster than what you're thinking. Now, where you not paying attention, because you're watching these people. These people are not odds. When you go and you're reading the book, or you know how to go to Zechariah, probably the 3rd chapter, you'll see when he told Yahushua when they sat there, he said, you and the men that are with you are for signs.
That's right.
Not everybody. He told them, you and the men that are with you.
That's right.
You are for signs.
That's right.
Odds. I don't use these people for no odds out here. These people, you watch them, you ride it, when y'all ride it today, you ride, them people going to the store, they at the gas station. None of them folks look like they world or care in the world, none of that. Listen, you say, man, you over there, that's in the Bible. They say, man, listen, man, I'm out here trying to pay. Man, ain't got time for that stuff. Man, them crackers over there be fighting all the time. I ain't got time. They're going to store get a bill. They get a lottery ticket. They finna buy some single cigarette. They going out to get something to eat. They finna go shopping. They gonna keep moving because they trying to get rid of. You know they saying now more people now are starting early Christmas shopping this year than ever. Why would they listen? They need to get the deals now. This is the mind he's giving them. He's giving you a mind to be sitting here, and those you paying attention realize the end is near on you. How much more time he told you had between them signs? Because we still, let's look at this. This is what we waiting on to happen. This is what we waiting on, all right? Let's be practical. We waiting on rumors of war.
Here.
No, you saying here, God. We waiting on earthquakes to come. We waiting on Gui to rise against Gui. They should get that. We waiting on kingdoms to get against kingdoms. They don't even realize Saudi Arabia, Qatar, don't consider themselves nation. They consider themselves kingdoms.
That's true. That's right.
These folks consider themselves kingdoms.
That's right.
Okay, they refer to them as the kingdom.
That's right.
Who told you kingdoms were going to be rising against each other?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Then you're going to get, people going to have to wind up fleeing and people going into captivity. That's him too?
Yes, sir.
God, man. But still, we ain't got to the part with the babies yet, when the babies going to be getting killed. That's him too?
Yes, sir.
Whew. We went on Jerusalem to get in heaven. Where to get? They ain't surrounded it though yet. Say 2 feet? 2 fronts, they're already surrounded. We got to wait on the people to start getting out.
Here.
And we got to wait on people to start going in.
Here.
Trying to find something ain't happened yet. Then we waiting on we waiting on for the Asashamim, so we still got some time. No, that's gonna be when that's supposed to be next month. That's supposed to be today.
Yes, sir.
Today.
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 And after that, we're supposed to be waiting on.
That's it.
How much time you got? Tell like they asked Clayton Bisbee one time, he was on their board. They asked him about him being a racist and want to know what he had against black people. He said, how much time you got, fellas? That's how close you are to that man coming back. Don't let these people fool y'all. Y'all hear me?
Yes, sir.
He done told you, these people gonna make a, I know I sound crazy. These people are dumb. These people are playing, my memory, like y'all so, like just so playing, you playing. Listen, it's not for everybody to get it. Because when they see it, they're gonna repent. He can't go back on his words. If a man repent and a man confess and a man walk upright, he's got to acknowledge that man. He told you before, in seeing, he don't want them to see. In hearing, he don't want them to hear unless they see with their eyes, hear with their ears, and understand with their law. He said, be healed.
And be converted.
And be converted. I'm telling you, it ain't for nobody. It ain't for everybody. I'm telling you, I said like Kerry, if you ain't get what I'm spitting, it ain't made for you. I'm trying to tell you, I show y'all this on everything. Anybody can tell they see me on the street preaching nobody. I ain't telling nobody nothing. I'm being upfront with y'all. When I get through and I'm finished here, that's as much as they gonna get. Because it ain't for everybody. His determination is to get all these goyim into the valley of Yehoshaphat. There, he said, I'm going to contend with everyone. That's the whole purpose why he got them Jerusalem. He's going to bring everybody to the valley of Yehoshaphat. In the valley of Yehoshaphat, the reason what was key for it, we didn't fight. He fought for us. All we did, we sung. That's what he told him. I'm going to get them back there. But he got to have a lure. That's the lure he put. These people going, everybody fighting for a temple, they fighting for the Temple Mount. Won't be nothing built there. He's going to establish New Jerusalem. He said, well, going to dwell there, going gonna be nothing but Sadiq. These people keep thinking they're gonna get something. That's the lure. The Muslims who heard Muhammad say he heard in Mecca, now he got a temple mound in Jerusalem where our temple was supposed to be built. This is the lure he's using to draw all these nations to come. Russia getting involved, China saying stop it now. Listen, this is the only place to get everybody involved. Everybody thought the Ukraine-Russia war was it. This war here is the war that's gonna pull every nation. Listen, we pulled the USS Gerald Ford out. This ship ain't been used. This is the largest. This is one of the most dangerous, powerful ships we have. We've never used it, and we pulled it down. We brought some destruction. Put the Gerald Ford for play game. Gerald Ford, listen, we ready to take everything down. They went through it, and see, then y'all also told y'all about before with all these leaders that they were all gonna go and they were gonna make treaties with each other. They see, everything's aligned itself, just like he told you. Then y'all told you that all of these different rulers were gonna come and they were gonna make treaties. He told them some of them they weren't gonna stand. That's why these folks breaking out. Listen, Iran, Saudi Arabia made treaties. A lot of these treaties not gonna stand. India and China made them. A lot of them made treaties. He said they won't stand. When they get back to their land, they changed them. Remember when Trump went to North Korea, he made a treaty with him. When he got back here, what happened to it? He told us about it. Then y'all already told about it. He said the treaty ain't gonna stand. That man gonna kill him. He gonna kill us all. We gotta get right. Don't let your heart get overcharged with this stuff. Start focusing on what's important for us. Make sure you're right. Everything you got, you can't take it with you anyway. You gotta be ready. Listen, if it's a spouse, if it's a kid, if it's a wife, if it's a husband, it's a brother, it's a mom, if you got a hesitation when it's time to move, you ain't gonna make it. You can't have no hesitation in your step. Shaul said, we are not of them. To what? But them that believe to the saving of the soul. I ain't drawing back. That's two. Oh, it is? Okay, we're gonna blow it. We gotta blow the Kato Sarah. Listen, this the 8th yard. Makes sense him come back. This circumcision. Circumcision is when you take they took a sharp knife, a stone, or they took the sickle and they cut. Look at what's the chances of all this happening on circumcision? Shakespeare told us about it. This is the 8th yard. And the 7th was the end. Go ahead. I gotta get some money. I don't have no money on me, but remember me though. I'm gonna get some. You look so pretty. Somebody done stole my money. Appreciate it, but most how willing y'all learned something today. I did. Appreciate it. We'll make sure we get it right. That's the main thing. Don't get ready to take up y'all $10, $20 so we can get finished. I appreciate Mr. Who appreciate all those got a mind that live Kodash. Have confidence in the bar, the word follows, and our palau is always that Yahuwah will grant you, be with you, allow you to have and see and come in possession of most of the Ruach HaKodash, as it is for every one of us. I want that for other people. That's something I wanted for myself. I want for other people. It'd be a tragedy for you, him to come back and you not be right. Above everything, you need to be right. Ain't nothing more important than making sure you're right. What we just read today is old news. He been told us about it, but people hadn't taken it serious because it's so far away. We got so much time. That's probably 100 years from now, 1,000 years from now. Look how fast he done moved that thing up. It's here in our face. Can you imagine the next thing we worry about after this happens Has it already happened, the eclipse? It happened. Where? Over where? At 1:30? Oh, you there? Oh, they said they can show it. Let people see it. They put on that people see it. Oh, yeah. When I came in. Let them see it. I just want to see what it looked like. They put let people see it for people who didn't see it. I'll be honest with y'all. My mind stayed on listen. Everything got to do what it got to do, and I got to still do what I got to do. That's just being honest. It don't change none of my obligations. I just got to make sure I'm right, make sure I'm teaching this thing, make sure we got it, make sure we understand you beholden to it, make sure you know how to do it, and everything else in your hands. Ain't my job to make you do it. I'll teach it to you. I'll tell it to you. I try to explain. I try to talk slow enough to where everybody can comprehend it, even a child. You don't need nobody talking fast no more, trying to give you a whole bunch of rattle-daddle and over your head and stuff you can't figure out. You don't know where they got it from. Everything I told you, you can read it for yourself. It all makes sense. It all makes sense. We got to get right. We played long enough, everybody. Everybody don't play. Listen, let people, I know people done had that, people been waiting on old spouse or other folk. Man, they go ahead and die so I can get married or get somebody else. What good? He tells you, what's your profit? If you gain all that, then you lose your soul. He said, what's your profit? If you get it and you lose your soul, what did you gain? At least I got me something before I left. That's what you're going to tell them when you sitting in shower, when you sitting down in Sheol burning? If you ain't got Yahuwah, you ain't got nothing. That's everybody. You ain't got nothing if you ain't got Yahuwah. Everybody need to start examining their relationship today. People need to start making reservation and looking at preservation, preserving yourself, keeping yourself. That man coming back, he looking for somebody. You know, in order to fill something up, sometimes you got to get things out. You ever had something for somebody say, hey man, pour me some of that in here. They say, hold on for a minute. They go pour it out because they don't want to mix it. You ever did it before? Had something, you pour out what you got so you can get something because you don't want to mix it on top of what. That's what he did. All Yahuwah been trying to do, I ain't going to do it. He's just been trying to empty us out so I can fill you up. How many people want to be filled with the Ruach HaKodesh? Guess what that means? I got to empty you out. That's when I fight. That's when I'm fighting. I'm kicking back because I don't want to be emptied out. I want to be fit. I can't fill this with Kool-Aid if it's got water in it. I know, well, Kool-Aid got water, but Kool-Aid, we're giving it, defining it by itself because it's already made with the water. I can't fill up with Kool-Aid because something here I can put in here, but I also got something so it's not completely just filled with Kool-Aid or just say orange juice, correct? It's got something else in it, so it keeps it from being 100% what it's supposed to be. It might say 100% concentrate. Is it 100% if I put in here with this amount, I got that money, is it still 100%? I've diluted. Guess what happens if you get the Ruach HaKodesh, you still got that stuff in you. It's been diluted. So in order for you to be filled with the Ruach HaKodesh, you got to become empty. Let me tell you something. Yahushua HaMashiach bared it, and he also bared all of the care that a man or a woman has to also operate in here in the world. When he raised him up from the Kubah, from the grave, from the moot, from the dead, you remember how he ran back to see his mom and them? Remember how he went back there and seen his dad and hugged and said he appreciated everything he taught him? How much right we had that he went back and hung out with him and kicked him? Last time we heard about his mother was that she had left there. He told Yukonon to go, and that was his. So in order for him now to, because of the position that he was going to overtake, and because of how he had been reared at that point, like he said, reared up Yahshua, that no more became a factor. That's not my connection now. My connection to everything from a Ruachni perspective. We have to bear that trait yet being in the flesh now. And a lot of us can't. It's hard for us to break those relationships. Those relationships, just like with Satan, it's a relationship. It's such a relationship that he said, in order for you to understand it, he's basically your father, which is the begotter or the starter or something. That's what a farmer is. He's the begotter or the starter of it. They said, man, you said, I grew that. That meant I took the seed and put it in the ground. I cultivated it. I nurtured it, and I brought it. Now it got up, and I cut, and I brought it here, and I brought it to the market. He said, that's what Satan did to you. So I got to get rid of your whole first creation in order for you to become a benin of Yahuwah. Y'all got me? Because of your, okay, I'm trying to help y'all out. Don't worry about it. Nobody believe his story about it. I'm telling you what I heard him here to show you. Nobody believe his story about him being the Ben Elohim. Not when I came and I said, but boy, I seen you laying that manger. Quit telling them lies. I know your mama. Are you serious? You saying your mama slept with Yahuwah? I know your daddy. What are you talking about? But when he got up from the Kabbalah, when he got up from the grave, he was raised by the Ruach. No man having any parts to do with it. Y'all got no man having any parts to do with that. At this point, he was totally sold out to Yahuwah. This is where he's trying to get us to be. Y'all got it? But in order to be that person, you got to get rid of your first creation, your first relation. Hello? That makes sense? Okay, I ain't gonna hold y'all no longer. Let's get up, give Miss Yahuwah a hand clap. Appreciate Yahuwah. Whew, we talked a while today. I know we talked a while, but my palau is it's a benefit. It had been my palau benefit. Justin, that palau, he feel better. Shawnee feeling better. She still. Okay, definitely her. And Yeti sick too. Everybody can look at Dawson. You hanging in here, Dawson. Do your thing. Best our best little work. Best little usher. Ain't no smaller usher better than you. You number one. That's right. But appreciate everybody else that's sick. All of the Mormons and all of the Danonite. I got about 75 members missing. Then he ain't lying. The Jones. That just right there. That about 75 members. All y'all could have stayed. If I just had them, I'd have packed the place out. Ain't that right? That's a lot of folks down there. Y'all get better and keep working at it and just do it and tell the truth. Hayward, you're still a monkey. That's all. No, listen, everybody, how many of y'all want to start from right now, start getting the truth, walking in the truth? Repeat after me. Jahid, you are a chimp. Y'all on your way now. It's up to you if you fall off. If you fall off from now, you're on your way now. Now watch, if you back out tongues, oh, Jahid, you know you mean that. What happened? I went back to your vomit. I'm trying to bring you out. Y'all need to stay with it. Every now and then, just text him. So that way you can know whether or not you on the truth. I told Hayward, I said, Hayward, if I tell you I'm not dehydrated, that mean, you know what that mean? I'm filled up, so you ain't confused. If we trying to confuse you, let them know I'm not dehydrated. So that mean I'm conscious. I know what's going on. Don't let them confuse. Y'all got me? Y'all watch that chimp. Chimp, Hayward, you, sir, are a gorilla. Man, y'all on y'all way, but y'all listen. Y'all are just feeling. You releasing now. Now you pouring out so you can be filled up. That's what you do. Every now and then, just hit them, just let them know you're a gorilla. Jahid, you're a chimp. See, like that don't hurt. I feel good. You want to feel good? I want you to feel good. You know what I'm saying? So y'all use the exercise every now and then. What's our announcement? Oh, what's going on?
Y'all want a Monday will be Kenny's birthday.
Canada! Happy birthday! Monday! That's right, Candy is this month. Everybody else sitting there hard. We'll hub y'all too. We'll hub you! Dave? Okay, they clear something for Art Granville. It wasn't a rat. With red crackers on the toe. It was a mouse. That's right. Get it right. Way to clear it up there. That's right. I guarantee that thing run across my foot. I ain't trying to find out what it is. I'm trying to jump out my shoes and run over something. I ain't trying to holler rat. It's rat. All of them in the rat family. That's all right. Isn't that right? Goodness. You know what? Was one of them blind? Because there's two more. And the farmer cut them off. That's right. The farmer wired. That's all right. God, the rat eat his toe. That's a hard sleep. I don't know. I'm still trying to figure out how your brain got blown out that time you walked down them steps and got in that car. I've been confused for a while. It ain't just me. Anybody still confused about that? But I just told myself, I said, you know what? I said, some things you just don't need to know in life. You know, right? He said, well, down the steps, right? I go down the steps, and he take the gun, he said, boom, I blow my brains. I go down the steps, I get in my car, I leave. I said, I'm kind of still back at brain blow, man. But some kind of, y'all are unique people. Don't go nowhere. Please, stay here. Please, stay here. Every one of you. You are very special people. All right? Everybody all right? Let us pull out. Kodash Abba, the separated Father, we say, I do thanks for all you've done and you've given unto us in even this present hour that you spared us. We say, I do thanks and the $2 thanksgiving for rendering unto us your dabarim, your words, that we palau, in which we ask that you allow them to be established in our lives, in our hearts, and in our lives of our minds, that you would make us tauhar, which is pure, of the Kodashim, the separated ones, and Talmim complete, joint heirs with the Mashiach, which is with the anointed one. We allow that you will grant us the da'af, the knowledge, the binah, the understanding, which gives us the ability to halak, which is to walk in your dabarim, in your words. Baraka, your pani, which is bestow a gift or a benefit upon us, that it might be the or upon us, which is light. Baraka, Jerusalem, that great city that your is upon, which your eyes from the beginning of the Shana, the year, until the end of the Shana, which is the year. We understand that the destruction that will come upon it is that you are coming to reconcile, to redeem, to reconfirm and establish unto all going that you have not been slack concerning your Shabbat, which is your promise. Baraka, us, bestow a gift of benefit upon us, according to the Refuge Shabbat, the covenant you vowed to Abraham, Yasakak, Jacob, the Yahudim, to Yasharal, and the Tuladah, even unto us, which are generations, and to those that you will kara afar off, that you will call, reconciling, recovering those gone astray and taken from us, even our individual mishpachot, that they will acknowledge you and repent before salam too late. Keep our young people in your harb, that they might see the benefit into shakar you, which is adore you, for your worthy. Forgive us for any thoughts and action ideas we demonstrate and portray that go contrary to your will. Forgive our enemies for their trespasses against us. Please fill us with the Ruach HaKadosh and lumber us into the human redemption. Baraka, your Shamaim, your Sabut, the height expansion where you dwell, your Shalakim, your sent ones, and all those you granted the ability to declare your Debar, your word, unto a bruise and an arm that had gone astray. Baraka, the out-of-towners and over the yam, to keep and be a refuge in the Yeshua. Those in leadership and authority, those married, single, separated, sick, and afflicted, behind prison walls in captivity, war-torn country, considering ourselves. Count us worthy to escape the tribulation, persecution that you've allowed to come upon thee along. How do for what you're doing right now and what you're going to do. Baraka, those that are bereaved, those that are going through the destructions of nature according to your will. And when we're done, all we can do here on this side, when we can't go any further, when all has been fulfilled and you return back in all the full strength and the kabod of Yahushua HaMashiach, count us to be worthy. Make us the arm that you receive to yourself for the Kodashim. Make us that we might be a Rosh Pari, which is a first fruit, and a special treasure to yourself. Forgiving us for anything we thought and acted upon. Please let us be holy unto you. Not H-O-L-Y, but Kadash. But make us W-H-O-L-L-Y, completely, solely sold out to you and you alone. In the Shem, which is the name of Yahushua HaMashiach, let us all say, Amen. Come home! Come home! I hug you. How we doing? Come on up here. Y'all turn the air off. Hold on, my babies. Amen. Oh, you know me, you don't get along, Joe. Look, I'm almost grabs, I'm almost hugs you. You know me, you don't get along. Huh?
November 1st, the shot is birthday.
Get along. What's up?
November 1st.
November the 16th?
No, November 1st, the shot is birthday.
Okay, you said November when?
November 1st.
First? Okay. Shana's birthday, November 1st. All right, y'all ready? Shake it off. All right, y'all ready? Let's drop it down. Ready? 1, 2, 3, hit it. Ra-ah-ah, the little children. Ooh, all the children of the congregation. Ooh, red and yellow, black and white, they are precious in His sight. Ra-ah-ah, the little children of the congregation. Woo! Come home, come home. I'll hug you, I'll hug you.
And that scripture ain't just made for me to quote them, but it gotta be inside like DNA, so I'm encoding. So when my youth come to finally stop and take my death, I can hear you who will say, well done, soldier, take your rest. No weapon formed against me shall prosper because I got mine. Pray my soul go with you, who of the day is my time. Today is my time. Pray my soul go with him, today is my time. Today is my time.
No weapon formed against me, it prosper. And I ain't talking 9 milli over literal chopper. Nigga, just stop it. Yo, Hootie, the dream team. He want me kicked off the roster. That's Satan, the great dragon. I gotta go kill this monster. Cause me and him be battling. Try and get in my conscience and turn me away from y'all. To say his mission accomplished. Cause this time it's running short here. And I know we getting more scared. So I fight his demons with obedience and more prayer. Still I keep the sword near. Right along with their armor. But I know my weapons are gonna be carnal to win this warfare. They mighty through Yahuwah, cause in the end, I look to be with him a trip way better than Hawaii and Aruba. Imagine you staring down the barrel, right up on your shooter, delete you using a finger, like he typing on computers, kill you in cold blood that you die. But in the future, the heritage of his people will rise up to see Yahusha.
No weapon formed against me should prosper because I got mine. Pray my soul go with Yahuwah, the day is my time. Today is my time. Pray my soul go with him, today is my time. Today is my time. No weapon formed against me should prosper because I got mine. Pray my soul go with Yahuwah, today is my time. Today is my time. Pray my soul go with him, today is my time. Today is my time.
Not going back. I'm not going back to Egypt cause that was you who freed us. We are not to return seeking, that's what our law teaches. That they evilly entreated us with bondage and beat us. Abomination, chosen people.
You can have the pyramid of dead men's bones who brought dread with their throne. No looking back, misery remain kin, and that's a fact. Motion blended in with the skin till its liver is hair white as snow. Let you know Abomination is black. All the worship done in Egypt is idolatry. Anubis and Nefertiti belong in the garbage with your wizards and witches. Jackal head, man body. Your mythology dumb as the Greeks. We neither bow or acknowledge. We Yahudim, mother Abomination. How Elohim is Yahuwah and Yahusha is the Malach Kamalakim. He called his son out of Egypt, so the scripture redeemed the Galilee, cause he shall be called the Nazarene. Not a pharaoh that built cities with shackles and killed kids for radical reasons of mathematical griefs. Moshe chose to suffer affliction with his people instead of joining the pleasure of sin for a season.
Going back to Egypt cause that was you who freed us. We are not to return seeking, that's what our law teaches. That they evilly entreated us with bondage and beat us. Abomination, chosen people, misery, we don't need them. I'm not going back to Egypt cause that was you who freed us. We are not to return seeking, that's what our law teaches. That they evilly entreated us with bondage and beat us. Abomination, chosen people, misery, we don't need them.
It's complicated. It does not even begin to describe America's relationship with Egypt. In exchange for more than $1 billion of your tax dollars a year, the land of the pharaohs has been a partner. But Egypt is also run by a man many resent as a modern-day pharaoh, clinging to power through police brutality and rigged elections, while his average subject scratches by on $6 a day.
Now the story is an allegory for seeing how Yahusha delivered us from the bunch we in. He coming again with signs of wonders under the sound of his trumpet. Woe to y'all playing with them pyramids and mummies. Yahshua y'all delivered from it, temple swept and gunning. Saving stronger evil spirits take a hold when returning. Now your soul is prepared for burning. Cause was written for a fourth time, it's meant for our learning. If your soul ain't earnest and you're trusting the chariots and the horses of Egypt, drowned in the Red Sea while Moshe led us to freedom. Elohim built the Shamayim. Yahuwah, a host defeated Pharaoh's army, conquered the Mizraim, stomped the smithereens. To this day the country unstable, so people still esteem Yahuwah reputation. The Babylonians and Greeks ain't escaping, along with the Philistine. They all requited nations. Iraq is crumbled, Greece finances are pummeled, Palestine rumbling with some Germans for land, and neither one own it. Yahuwah Hitler's got America on it, for enslaving Yahudim. I know the signs and omens.
I'm not going back to Egypt cause that was you who freed us. We are not to return seeking, that's what our law teaches. That they evilly entreated us with bondage and beat us. Abomination, chosen people, misery, we don't need them. I'm not going back to Egypt cause that was you who freed us. We are not to return seeking, that's what our law teaches. That they evilly entreated us with bondage and beat us. Abomination, chosen people, misery, we don't need them.
Yahudi gang till death. It's a movement.
Yeah. Jay Rich. YG, we back. How we roll, huh? This is how we roll, huh? This is how we roll. Stand 10 toes down, never fold. We don't fold. Only here for the saving of our souls. This is how we roll. This is how we roll. This is how we roll. Ask for your help, now I get it on our own. Navigation set and our destination home. This is how we roll. This is how we roll. This is how we roll.
They desire to get the sheep in these city streets. Wanna see you slack and get caught lacking, you getting fleeced. Wolves on the hunt, they found Yahusha sending meat. He became the meal and yet still was the centerpiece. I paint the picture you call, I'm making it clear. Dinner was on it too, they was stripped naked, they stared. Only way this could happen, they table was made a snare. Accomplishing things Dawood already said in prayer. Where 69th division of Tahalim, it was written. By the mouth of our great Nabaim, yeah, he pinned it. Shaul came and confirmed, gotta be second witness. No excuse for the world where Elohim can condemn it. Yeah, look, every eye gonna see him and not believe it. They start hit the scene in his 90 next to the heathens. Eternal fire, he heated. They crying and they bereaving. Drive by on that cloud, we riding and screaming.
This is how we roll. Stand 10 toes down, never fold. We don't fold. Only here for the saving of our souls. This is how we roll. This is how we roll. This is how we roll. Ask for your help, now I get it on our own. Navigation set and our destination home. This is how we roll. This is how we roll. This is how we roll.
Sleepy niggas go and take your nap. The main ones who be saying they don't take all that. Be the same ones hating, they be fake or cat. Because Yahusha gave his life and he ain't draw back. That's how we roll. Every decision about his soul, but the world don't give a f. Them niggas out of control. But me, I go consider get wisdom out of the scroll. Don't wanna burn when I get a beat kicked up out of his foe. Yeah. And since my sight is limited, hard to see like driving at night out of that tinted whip. But I got a preacher who make it plain. My vision fits, easy to follow and read. That's good penmanship. It's benefits that come with serving the land.
What it be?
Eternal Kai, I won't burn in the end. Might catch me on 20, I'm swerving the bins. But in this lane, the only thing I be curving is sin.
This is how we roll. Stand 10 toes down, never fold. We don't fold. Only here for the saving of our souls. This is how we roll. This is how we roll. This is how we roll. Ask for your help, now I get it on our own. Navigation set and our destination home. This is how we roll. This is how we roll. This is how we roll.
Behold my face in the Lord liberty. I can't manipulate reflection. My correction will deliver me. I can't let my fear grow into my misery when I have the tools to defeat it in my memory. So I calculate my steps in the battle on the ship with my apostle like it's written and get out of myself and read the pride that is hidden in my heart of the depths and the thoughts of me quitting till there's none left. Cause I begin to build and I won't be the mockery of these monkey niggas flocking me and get me killed and get caught on the outside where they got the blind lead the blind like driving without eyes. And you're bound to collide in the intersection without a shepherd and a guide. You got no direction, no strong tower, no protection, no power on the second resurrections. Why I'm pressing. Before I close my eyes, I gotta know if I should die, I wanna find rest for my soul. If I believe the word that I have heard, obey the laws that I observe, with my whole heart and sin is first, then I deserve only by the word, only by the word, only by the word, only by the word.
Why is it we don't stay consistent when it comes down to living right? Everybody here, you have to consider where you at and what you're willing to do in order to obtain the spirit. Everybody here, you can't be so willing to just throw away everything you got when you consider the weight. Everybody gonna be pressured, everybody gonna be tested, everybody gonna be tried, but it'll make you after a while.
If I remember my creator in the days of my youth, then he won't forget my labor of love and the truth, and it fits like a glove. My life is a proof, I'm denouncing the thugs and the things I used to do, and it's embarrassing before the altar, and my confession that I'm sharing of the things I got away with, caught me in illness that I deal with. Now I take a pill for that and a pill for this, with no healing medicine. The bruise is incurable, but living by the word make me durable. My past inexcusable, man. Living perfect is the plan. The word will find me blameless in the sight of man. If I maintain this word, perfect picture, I can frame this. I can hold Yahuwah to his word, and his promise I can claim it. I don't sleep well, not knowing, cause it's dangerous. Instead of going to hell, it's a chance I can change it. Before I close my eyes,